Like he would talk to minors all the time, like underage girls, like 14, like 15. Like he genuinely, I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I genuinely think he groomed me because I started talking to him when I was 17 years old. And I didn't know any better. I was in high school. He was 23. 18, 19, 20, 21,
What?
22.
I saw that he gave an interview too to that guy Panchito, and I'm just like,
What?
Yeah,
the guy that held you at gunpoint.
Yeah,
He didn't go to jail.
He said, I think he literally said that he did not point a gun at me and my son.
yeah, he said that he only had one bullet in the chamber, and it was like meant for him or for the police to kill him.
So what's crazy to me, a lot of this stuff I have never said out loud. Like a lot of this, whatever happened the last 20 minutes, I have never said. He was like, let's go upstairs. And I was like, no, like I'm okay. And at this point, I pull out my phone, I call 911. And I was like, help, he's gonna kill me. I'm getting so much adreline. Look, I'm shaking.
Literally not
Just
at all
because
how he
I have
presented
not
that.
talked about this story in this much detail in so long. I technically should, I've already talked to like my lawyers and I've already talked to the police department about what he's doing, but he should technically be like going back to jail because
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, besties? Welcome back to another episode of IEM Besties. Woo woo! I am your host, Steph.
Hello, what's Gucci? I'm Isis.
And I'm Vanessa, and we are joined today with the beautiful Yoatzi.
thank you guys for having me. I'm excited.
Thank
but
you for
I'm nervous
coming.
AF, you guys.
No, you got this.
I'm surprised.
No, hey, the pro, like, oh my god,
Literally.
I'm shy.
Dude, I was just telling the girls that like anytime I'm like a guest on a podcast, I just like with my hands, I'm just
All
so
shaky?
scared.
How many have you done?
Why am I blinking? I've done Jenica's podcast and I've done, oh my gosh, what's that one with the dudes?
Oh, La Plática?
La Plática.
Oh, yeah, La Plática. Yeah.
I blinked so hard on their names right now. La Plática with
That's
Josh and
hilarious.
Sebas.
Hopefully, we're more impactful and she doesn't forget us.
You're
I
trying to
just-
make it easy for her.
Sorry guys, you're gonna block me after this. I'm like, oh, no. And then I've done Alan Ice, Noche de Pendejadas.
Oh my god.
When he like started it, like, ooh. Yeah.
How was that? His pod looked so fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. We like took shots and like we got all crazy.
Can you try to take one right now?
Huh?
You trying to take one right now?
Oh.
Not
I
for
didn't know it was one of these.
She's like, fuck, I should have told me I would have ate.
Damn. You guys are gonna see me drunk.
Hey. She said allegedly she was drunk at Salud, but I think
I
that's cap. I think that's cap.
I was. And you want to know why?
Why?
It's all like a deep secret.
I got serious.
I know we're like,
spilling
we're
tea.
here.
I'm on antidepressants. You're not supposed to drink while you're on antidepressants, right? But like, I feel like everybody drinks anyway.
Yeah.
That's just a suggestion.
It's a suggestion, but it's because like I went on Reddit and I was like, the fuck, we all drink. So then I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. So I drink on them. You're not supposed to, but I do anyway. And I feel like it like gets you drunk a lot quicker.
Oh,
Like
okay.
because it is like a strong medication. So like instead of being right here, I instantly am like 2 shots in and I'm good.
Do you feel like it gives you like a big downer though? Like, do they counteract the downer of the alcohol?
I feel like it's not the counter of the. I feel like I'm just a depressed bitch, so
Yeah.
it just like heightens that. So the next day, if I like drink too much, I'll be like for a good little bit.
Damn. Isn't that what you said you felt? And that's why you stopped drinking? So like after you drink, you would feel
like
sad?
yeah, I would feel like the downer of the alcohol really bad for like a week or so.
Oh my god.
Kind of like an emotional hangover that would last me for days.
You were on meds too?
A while ago, but I don't even remember. I think I was on everything at that time. but
She's like, D, all of the above.
yeah, no, literally. But I was drinking. Is that why I was blacking out all the time?
Oh shit!
Oh fuck, I can't
I'm all
remember.
doctor.
But you know what happened to me too that I noticed? So before my antidepressants, I would literally like black out, right? Mm-hmm. Now that I'm on antidepressants, I literally cannot black out. Like it takes so much for me to black out. So like that doesn't make sense, right? Because like I get drunk a lot quicker. But then I feel like I just get stuck in a zone and I'll get super shit-faced drunk, but I just won't black out.
Oh my
Oh my god, that sounds painful.
Oh,
You're like in the worst part of your drunk and your brain can't even like cancel it out.
Yeah, no.
I'm over
And
here
then,
like, that sounds great.
me too.
I'm like, maybe I need to try some antidepressants. Finally, the reason I needed to get on them. Like, I've been thinking about it for a hot minute, but this might be the reason why.
But then I'm like, how much are they off the counter?
they're like,
how much you want to sell me right now?
100 a pill.
Wait a minute.
Just say so.
I'm okay.
Maybe for special occasions.
Yeah.
Bryce's party coming up.
Hey, we might need some.
But I do wake up with like really bad hangovers. Even if I maybe just had a few shots, I'll be like, oh shit. The next
Do you
day.
get anxiety?
Not really, not anymore. But I want to say it's my meds that control my anxiety. So I don't really get anxiety like that. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
No, really. Because
Yeah.
I feel like when you're like shaking, you're like, oh my god. Like hangovers, I feel like hangovers are a lot like
Worse. Yeah.
yeah, that, and I think they finally got to the point where it's just not worth the drinking anymore to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I still like it
I'm like, pop
sometimes.
No,
two
bro.
I
I
can't. Extra strength and you'll be cured.
I literally
like
feel like my body is like, because I throw up every time.
Yeah, so?
And I think
Yeah.
throwing up is the worst feeling in the history. Like, I'm literally drowning. I'm like, like, no.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
like,
throwing up. I'm like, oh, I feel better.
But I was like, I don't want to be the like.
No.
I like throwing up.
I'm like,
y'all
oh,
are
back to the party.
crazy.
y'all want to know a secret?
Oh, I feel better actually.
No, yeah.
I got you on another secret. It's we're exposing all the secrets.
Period.
My friends make fun of me because I'm a silent thrower upper.
Oh.
So when I throw up, I'm like, no, I promise. I'm like, I'll tell my friends, I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go throw up. Like, there she goes. She's gonna go throw up. Like, are you throwing up? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like,
Oh, hell no.
Now you
Like,
like,
you know,
throw her upper. Hey, she's
but
all
I don't
doing
make
great.
noise.
It stays classy.
Hey.
Come on.
Stays classy, and then I'm like,
Hey, classy never.
I'm the when I feel like throwing up, I'm the ditcher. Like, I won't tell nobody. I'm like, I'm gonna go handle business. People are gonna assume I'm like outside or using the bathroom. No one's ever gonna know I threw up, and no one will know. Unless it's like, the next morning and everyone just hears me throwing up. But like, if I'm at a party and I need to throw up, I won't be like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. No, I'm like, I'm gonna just go handle business because I already know I'm gonna come back out and keep the party going.
Right.
So why am I gonna tell anyone?
See, if I did cute shit like that, I would still drink. But I'm literally like,
you're like
and
dying?
it's like The Exorcist, like just
Everybody's like,
spurting
cut
out
the
of me.
music, cut the music. What's going on, guys?
I hate those, dude. It's just like a manguera. Just like,
Literally, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm drowning because I can't even catch a breath. Comes out of your nose. It's bad.
No way. Yeah, no, I'm definitely down. I'm gonna throw up and I'll be back. I'm gonna be like, I'll be there fucking throwing up all the fucking side. I'll get up.
Yeah.
lip gloss and everything.
Yeah, lip gloss, retouch. I'm like, oh, what happened, guys? Oh, are you guys? Where are you guys at? No, I was over there getting some water.
Hell no.
And then I might take another shot. Just probably drink a little bit more water, and then I might take one or two.
Have a
'cause
little
I'm already
bread.
there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
already
Might
there.
as well.
The drunkenness didn't go away.
Right, now I'm gonna get drunker again better.
no,
Like,
have
it's gonna
Better.
Right, it's not fighting demons.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna know I have to eat a little bit of
bit.
bread first, and
Right.
then,
Do you
doing it the right
smoke?
way.
No.
No? Oh,
That
okay.
is what'll trigger my anxiety. through
Oh,
the
okay,
roof.
okay.
Were you ever able to? Or it's always been a no?
I've tried it so many times. The first time I tried it was in high school and it was like whatever. And I think what did it for me was this one time I accidentally took too much of a gummy.
Oh my god.
It said to take half, but I didn't read the directions. I just popped the whole thing in. And dude, I literally thought my son Travis had turned into a goblin. Like I was so high. I couldn't come back to earth. And like after that I was like, nope, never again.
goblin.
How'd you
Not for
handle that? Like, was your partner there at the time? Like, how was
I
that?
didn't handle it. It handled
just went
me.
nuts.
No, dude, it was so bad. I was with Travis's dad at the time. So that fucker just fell asleep and I was like, great. Just fucking left me alone. And I actually used to live in my parents' garage. So my parents were right next door to me and Louis lived there too. So I was all calling Louis and I was like, dude, I'm seeing goblins. Like I'm fucking flipping the fuck out. And then he's like, relax. He's like, you're supposed to have fun. I was like, I am not having fun. Louis was trying to calm me down, but I was on a scary ass one.
Yeah.
Scary ass trip. And like after that, I feel like I've tried smoking so many times because I want to like it to like help me relax with anxiety and depression, all that stuff. And every time I'm like, great, I'm going to die.
No, me too.
I
understand that.
wish I could like, I really do.
I always think it's crazy when people like hallucinate and see shit. I'm
Me
like, what the fuck do you
too.
mean? Like you
I'm
just
like, what
fucking saw a
edibles were
goblin.
these?
At least, you know, I'm like for sure really close-minded on edibles, but I'm still a little bit more open-minded to smoking.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a good environment with like good friends, I'm like, fine, I guess I'll take a hit. But
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the edible will probably do you better than smoking, but you probably need one that's like tiny milligrams and like
I'm
eat it
leaving.
small. You're like, no.
I actually have it right here in my bag.
I feel like,
No, mi amor.
I feel like smoking is like 10 times harder. Well, it depends. It depends how much you take of the edibles.
I
too,
think
though.
people take one like too much of an edible, and then they're just like, nah, fuck that. Because
scarred for life.
yeah, because it does kind of feel. The last time I had a bad trip, I was on an airplane, but I took 4.
Girl.
But it was a long flight. I think it was like a 16-hour flight. So I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna be drugged this whole time.
Oh my
so
God.
I took 4, but I normally take like 1 or 2. So I was like, I'll just be higher longer. And I literally like, do you guys watch The Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys ever see that episode where the guy thought there was someone on the wing?
Oh my God.
That's how I felt, like genuinely. I was like, oh my God. And my mom was next to me, and obviously she didn't know I took it. And I was like, and I had just came back from like the worst trip of my life. So I was like, oh my God, this is the worst fucking moment ever. But then I just fell asleep and it was okay.
Okay.
At least you were able to fall asleep.
Yeah, I didn't, but I was tripping out super bad. So I like, especially when people don't really smoke, I'm like, damn, having a bad high fucking sucks.
That kills it.
I used to be a pot smoker for years. I loved it. And then recently, like a couple years back, I had to stop because every time I would do it, it would just get like really bad anxiety. And I would never see anything, but I would be the type to be like, I'm gonna die. Like literally, like my heart would be racing. And what would always get to me is I felt like, you know how, have you ever seen those memes where it's like when you get high as fuck and you gotta go into manual breathing mode? Like that's literally me. Like I literally would always feel like I wasn't getting enough air. Like I couldn't breathe. Like, and that would make me start hyperventilating. And then I would just like, the first time it ever happened, I passed out actually. Yeah, that's how bad it was. I literally hyperventilated so bad that I passed out. And right before I passed out, I was telling my best friend, my boyfriend at the time, call 911, for real, call 911. Like, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I'm just gonna die. Like, I know I'm gonna die. Like, I swore up and down. I swore up and down, like, I'm gonna die. And every single, like, experience after that, like, actually, after the first time, I was able to smoke again for a couple years. But then after that, like, after my son, I think I smoked, like, for a year. He's gonna turn 5 this year. And literally, like, I have not been able to since, like, maybe he's, like, 1 and up. It just did not hit anymore. And like I've had to stop.
And
it's
wonder
weird.
what it is.
I don't know, because I tried pens, I tried like flour. One thing I've always stayed away from edibles, I've always known from a very young age, those are not for me. But I tried everything again, and I tried it several times because, like I said, I was a big pothead, so I was like, no, I refuse to give it up. Like I refused, but every single time, like it just was not sitting right. Like it just.
Well, stop, really guys. 420 just passed. Right? Don't talk about weed like that.
Are you guys open to doing shrooms? Like, cause I gossip.
No. She's like, no edibles, just shrooms.
She's like, weed gets me really anxious. Here's some shrooms.
But I like shrooms. Like
girl, you sure that's not what you took that one time? You were hallucinating?
Imagine, hell no.
Oh my God.
I think I'd be open to it now. I tried to do it once, but I microdosed too small. So it really just gave me that like nice little relaxing, like, oh, I feel so happy right now, but I fell asleep.
Oh, it calmed you down?
Yeah, it really, really calmed me down. So I think after that, I was like, okay, maybe. But I don't think I could eat it in its true form because mushrooms are fucking disgusting to me. So I'd have to eat it like in a little candy bar or like chocolate. Yeah, I had chocolate that time.
I was gonna say, the first time you ever had it was a chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And you didn't really taste like the
No,
mushroom?
you couldn't taste it. I think it's cute when people do it in tea because it's like, you know, I'm just going to drink some tea.
Sophisticated.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
No, I'm a pussy. I'm telling you, after I saw goblins, I'm so terrified of doing like anything. Mm-hmm. But my therapist, she told me she's doing studies on people doing shrooms to help with like depression and anxiety, and they microdose. And she was like, a lot of my clients are actually doing it, but she did tell me, she's like, if you ever want to try that, make sure you're off of your antidepressants.
Oh,
just
okay.
in case there's any like altercations or anything, but you should just make sure you're not on your meds. And I've just been open to it. And I'm like, one day I'll try it.
At the dispensaries, they sell like mushroom bars and stuff like that. Yeah, and there's actually a senator who's been like, his life goal, I sort of got, is to pass a bill so that mushrooms can be used like recreationally, or maybe not recreationally, but under like you know, when weed was first, you know, like medically.
Yeah.
He was trying to pass like a law to get that. Yeah, but they just shut him down.
Oh damn! Because I've heard it helps a lot, like too, with people like with mental health and everything. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to, just based off like the bad trips I've had with weed, and I don't even hallucinate. And I have friends who like have done it, like big trips, and like they tell me what they see, what they experience. You want to know what stops me? Getting stuck in like psychosis.
Oh,
that is my ultimate fear. Where you're like stuck in your brain, like you can't. How would you explain it?
Psychosis. It's like it's like basically like, I don't want to say you're schizophrenic, but you know how like people go like in a manic mode and they're kind of like but they're disassociated in a way like, not when you just, you know, hear, but like mentally your brain is somewhere else and you're kind of going through like a psychotic breakdown.
You're like in limbo in your head.
Like, it's a psychotic breakdown. Like you're doing like crazy shit. Like
you're like you stay stuck there like
for the rest of your life.
A lot of people, yes, it happens.
Can.
Yeah, like
even with weed.
With weed, it could happen too.
I never came back from that one trip.
She's like, well, we're not really here.
This is a dream.
What the fuck's going on? The TV starts changing colors and shit.
Lily comes in. He's like, hey.
I'm dead, you guys.
No, dude, literally, that is actually if psychosis did not exist, I would have tried it already a long time ago.
That's like,
I swear to you,
you're like in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, literally, that is 100%. Because when I tell you guys, like at least the major like panic attacks that I've had, the way that I spaz out is insane. Like when I go like from 0 to 100 real quick, really? Like I literally feel like, bro, like I'm gonna get stuck here, like in this state. Like I feel that
it's just your mind because you think about it so much.
100%. And I could tell myself it's the weed, like chill, and I'll have like little pockets of moments when I'm like spazzing out where I can like chill, but then it's like it comes in waves, and then like I'll be chill, and then a big wave will come, and I start spazzing out all over again.
Why I won't ever be doing drugs again.
She's like, descartado.
No, literally. So that's why I'm like, dude, I can't do shrooms. I tried to microdose twice, but it didn't hit neither times. I didn't feel anything, so I was like, dude, it's a sign.
But it's because
I need to stay away.
Microdosing too, like you're not really gonna feel. It's what I learned, that you're not gonna feel anything. Like you're not gonna feel like not even a high. It literally just makes you happy. Like it just cheers you up.
Shit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was like, it made me worse actually, because I was sad it didn't work. So I was like, well, my day's ruined. Literally,
I can't do anything.
Should have never done it.
I had friends that just actually microdosed. Actually, was it microdosing? I think it was.
She's and like, they were just 3 grams, but just something like.
No, they microdosed, and they said that they had like it was their first time. So we went to a rave and they did it, and they were like, dude, it just felt like I just felt happy. I was just excited, so it made me be like, okay, I'm a little more open to doing it.
I feel like at a rave would be crazy to do for your first time, though. I would not.
I think that's why they microdosed.
Yeah, that's probably smarter. It's crazy. Like some people I know, the first time I ever saw like someone take mushrooms, they were at Coachella, and they were like, dude, on like the stage for Coachella, like I see a gorilla like running across the stage, like, and I'm just like, you've seen a gorilla?
See, I would love that,
you're
though.
Not spazzing out,
I would
like
love to just see where my imagination
They were just saying like a gorilla, and they said they were looking at me, and my smile was going like,
yeah,
hell no.
Yeah. See, that's why I can't do shit, because that would make me lose my shit.
I'm like, Vanessa.
Yeah, I'm having nightmares tonight.
I think it just depends too, like where you do it, because I feel like like even with weed, I know like for the most part, like if you're gonna trip out, you're gonna trip out. But I think if you're in the right experience, I feel like honestly, because of weed is why I started enjoying cooking and eating so much. Oh wow! Because like it really changes my high. Like when I'm having a good, so now I'll cook and then I'll go smoke. And then I'll come eat.
I have friends that do that.
Yeah, because it really like, you're like, oh my God, this is like the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. And I feel like mushrooms would be that, but with nature. Like if I'm in somewhere where like I know it's peaceful, even if I shit starts to move, I'm like, wow, like this is exactly how I feel. Like Mother Nature breathing.
I wish I had this mentality when like trying these things, because that sounds so exciting, right? Just like, wow, I can't wait. But I'm like, fuck that.
No, and that's the problem. When we really go into with that mindset, we're already setting ourselves up for failure.
It's not worth it.
And it's hard when we've already had like really bad experiences with it. Like it's hard to not feel scared. You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel like that's my issue. That's why I haven't even dared to try anything, because just the thought of it makes me feel anxious. Like even like lately I've had a bad habit of smoking a nicotine pen, and sometimes when I hit it I'll feel anxious. Yeah, that's how bad my anxiety. Because I start, you know, it gives you like, I don't know if you've ever done it, but you feel lightheaded like woo for like a couple seconds, and then it goes away. But sometimes it'll last a long time. It'll feel like it lasts like a minute, and then I'm like, I start panicking. I'm like, oh my god,
you think you're high?
This is it. It's getting me. No, dude, literally. So, and I'll feel anxious, and I know it has nothing to do with like, I know I'm fine. It's just like my body's already like so like on edge from like those really bad experiences. Like it just happens. Like when I was young. The first time I ever got that really bad panic attack, I think soon after I went to a rave for the first time, and my friends had ecstasy, and I had already done it wasn't, it was a Tesla, my bad. I don't know, is that the same?
Oh my god, what is that?
Yeah, Tesla is a type of orange of a type of ecstasy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it was I had done like
somebody told me.
Yeah. So I had done ecstasy when I was young. I think like I was 14. I took a full pill of ecstasy, and I didn't know anything about it.
You took a full Tesla your first time?
No, it wasn't. Well, when I was young, I don't know if it was a Tesla that I did. I was told. I think it was Molly. Wait.
No, Molly's different. Molly's and I only know, guys, because I'm a big raver, so I've seen all these fucking drugs. I'm gonna be straight up honest. So Molly's typically in a capsule, and it's a little bit. It looks like salt.
Okay,
it's like a capsule this big, and you usually just take it in the capsule, or you open up the capsule. Ecstasy,
it's like a little pill.
It's a pill, and it'll be different colors, different shapes. There's, right. You know.
Okay, you know what? My bad.
I'm about to start listening.
I did Molly then when I was 15, and dude, this is the crazy part. My friend's little brother was a drug dealer at the time, and he was selling them. And he got home and he was like, "Oh, I didn't sell these today. Do you guys want them? Because we're getting ready to go to a party." And we're like, "Oh fuck yeah!" So we each got one. And then we asked them, how much should we do? And they were like, oh, I have a lot, so you guys can each have one. And we're like, okay, cool. We did a quick Google search, and it said, oh, you're going to feel happy and love, like you love the world. So we're like, oh, fuck yeah, like that sounds dope. We took it. It was honestly the best experience ever. We started jumping on the bed, and we were like having the best time. We were hugging each other and telling, oh, I love you so much. Like, dude, I was looking back, she was probably about to make out too. Like,
probably.
It wasn't that bad. Like, dude, it was.
She's all rubbing up against her pillow.
Like, damn.
She's not quebrando her friend.
She's like, do you want to go?
And this is my best friend. Like, even we're still best friends. So it's like the love, you know, was like even more intense. You know, it wasn't just like a random friend. This is like my ride or die, you know. So it was cool. We went to the party, and it was so funny because I had a boyfriend at the time who I was not affectionate with at all. He would always complain about it, that he's like, oh, why aren't you affectionate? Blah, blah, blah. That day I was all over him, dude, so affectionate. He was like, what's going on? Like, you're never like this with me. He was so happy, you guys. Aww. I felt so bad looking back now. Dude, but then the party got shut down like around 11. So they took us home at my apartment at the time. Me and her were home alone. Dude, we did not go to sleep till like 8 in the morning. Literally, we couldn't sleep. My heart was beating super fast. I got a mini seizure. Literally, like around 3 in the morning. I remember I just
3 in the morning.
Yeah, I was like tired. I couldn't sleep. My heart was beating stupid fast. Like I just felt like fuck, bro. Like I'm wide awake, but my mind feels fried. Like I just have this energy. God. Like I want to do a backflip, but I feel like dead at the same time. It was just such weird. Like the come down was so ass. Yeah. And then I got up to drink some water, and I was walking. I literally like my legs like faltered, and like I caught myself with the table. But like as I was falling, my chest was literally like convulsing. Literally, I swear to you, dude. I was scared because my heart was beating stupid fast. Like when I tell you it was really bad, it was really bad. So ever since then, right, I never did it. And then fast forward, I was going to the rave, and I had already had that really bad panic attack with weed. So I was already kind of like, oh fuck, like anything that I take, like I was just kind of feeling scared of what hit me. And I literally took like a Tesla, and it was like half or a quarter, actually. It wasn't even a lot. So my friends convinced me, dude, just do a quarter, like it'll be fine. But then I was like, okay, you know what? I had a good experience with Molly, so I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. Like, this isn't weed, you know? Dude, as soon as the fucking little tablet, like as soon as I swallow it, I start freaking out. So I knew it had nothing to do with the pill. Like, it hadn't even taken effect. You know what I mean? It's your brain. It's like,
I would have been like, oh.
No, literally. But thankfully.
Quietly, though.
Yeah.
Quietly.
They're like, oh, it's back.
Yeah, literally. And honestly, I was able to like talk myself to calm down because I was like, okay, I was like, yo, like this shit hasn't even hit your stomach yet. Like relax.
It's all you can hear. Pass the esophagus.
Literally. So in that moment, I was like, okay, like dude, like you're fine. Like it's just you freaking out because of like your past experiences. I was like, okay. So I ended up having like a good little trip or whatever. But that's why when you say like, dude, like it's hard to kind of go into things like when you've had really bad experiences, thinking like, oh, it's gonna be good because like your body just. It's like wants to protect you, so it makes you like feel bad. So you won't even try it. You know what I mean? Because it's just scary, dude.
I get that.
So
wait,
if you check under your seat,
did you have a good trip?
When I Tesla? Did, yeah, I did, but I only did a little quarter though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you drink at Coachella?
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like when I drank there, I was exhausted.
I was dead. I think the second day I got super drunk. Like I said, I can't black out, right? But there's moments where like I do black out because, oh my God, I went back on my camera roll and I saw so many videos of me and my friend and I was like, when the fuck? I was like, I don't remember this shit, but I got pretty like messed up the second day.
Oh my God, I have the most embarrassing story of my entire life at Coachella. I was so blasted, but if y'all want to hear that story, you're gonna have to tune on to Patreon because it's so embarrassing. I refuse to say that here. Y'all gotta really take that shit. Like literally the most embarrassing thing of my entire life. Like,
did you flash a titty?
No, I didn't do that. Thank God. Thank God.
That's what I would have done.
But let's just say there's a lot of other things I possibly could have done. But yeah, no. But hey, shout out to Coachella. I've always had the best times. Have you guys ever had like a crazy drunk story?
No, but I flashed my titties before while drunk in high school.
Dude, I do that shit all the time now.
Really?
Like when I'm with my friends, because I know it's just like a safe environment.
Yeah.
I'm like, and just ever since I got my titties done, I just always flash my titties at my friends.
I love that.
Okay, you're like, hey, las pagué para algo.
Yeah. I usually always have pasties. But there's that occasional time I don't, and I'm like, oh shit. Like I saw nipples.
You're like, oops. Like,
I have a
didn't mean
question.
that. Hey, but let me show that.
I have a question. Did you get your boobs done before you had your kids or after?
It was after Travis, but before Ella.
And how do you feel like your boobs look after you had your second baby?
Dude, I miss my fresh titties because like they were like all up here and they looked so good, and I was like, meh. But then after I had Ella, I breastfed, so they were like, and they're just kind of like, they just kind of look like natural boobies. Like I feel like they don't look like how I wanted them to look, all like fake, and they just look natural.
Cause that's like my dilemma right now. Cause I want to get my boobs done soon, but I'm scared because I'm like, what if I have another kid, and then how are they gonna look afterwards?
Wait, I would say wait.
But I'm like, when am I gonna have another fucking kid? Who am I kidding?
But you never know, because same thing with like after Travis, I was like, I'm not gonna have any more kids. I was like, I don't even have a boyfriend. I was like, whatever.
Dude, that's me right now. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just do it because I don't have a boyfriend who fucking cares.
Shit. And then I got pregnant with Ella, and I was like, great. And it had only been like half a year when I found out I was pregnant. I was like, I just got fresh.
Shut the fuck up. No. They had barely dropped.
I was living my best life with my titties.
That's what happened.
Girl, it's your titties' fault. Your titties' fault. Your titties got you pregnant.
They did. Damn, bitch. I'm telling them all. But you know what I did realize that because I breastfed, they got massive. They were like humongous. I was like, oh my gosh. But now that I lost weight, I feel like they're starting to like look cute again. And I was like, okay. They're starting to like get that round, nice shape again. Because they were like ginormous. I feel like they made me look extra bulky.
But you still like how they look like in a bikini and stuff? Like you don't feel like...
just add like a little bit of push, and I'm like, okay.
They look good though. Really good. They look very like super.
Me like this the whole
I didn't
time.
even know you had your boobs on.
Thank you. Yeah, they
flash them.
They look natural
right now.
Patreon.
Bring the tequila.
I want to do another boob job to like make them look a little perkier, but again, I don't know if I'm gonna have more kids. So
I might as well wait a little bit.
I was like, I'm gonna wait a little longer.
You wanted them to look fake though, because my cousin just got them done, and I want mine to look like hers right now. And she's like, no, I want to get them redone because it doesn't look like I got a boob job. And I'm like, oh, so you want them to look fake? And she's like, yeah, I do.
I do.
Yeah?
Because I like the natural look. It's cute, but I love when they just sit so perfectly. Like, not when they're like up here, okay?
Yeah.
When they're like right here so like perfectly, and like the nipples just like they just look so pretty. Because when I had just gotten my boobs done, oh my God, I was showing so much cleavage because it's just like so perfect. And I was like, woo! and like in bikinis they just look insane, and I'm like, okay. I mean, they're still cute, but I do miss that like fresh titty.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait.
There's this girl, her name is Ari. She's dating like Moneybag Yo, Ari Fletcher.
Oh yeah,
Ari
I
Fletcher.
know. Yeah.
And she got like an internal. So now like bras, you could now for boob jobs you can get an internal like bra.
What?
I saw that.
Yeah,
It's just like a net that they put in there.
And they put it and like your boobs will like permanently stay up.
No
so if you want to,
way.
if maybe you like your size and you just wanted to, because what I'm hearing is like you just want the perkiness, but you're fine with your size.
I love the size. I just wish they were perkier.
So maybe that would be something to check out, like an
That's
internal
scary. What is it? Like what material is it?
It looks like
a net.
flesh. Yeah, like flesh. Like
you'll
it's
have to clip
flexible.
it.
I'm
It comes out on the side.
Like you
tighten it up here. And it turns.
That sounds scary.
It doesn't. It's like a little tiny thing. It doesn't look scary. I feel like a
doesn't
boob
look scary.
implant looks scarier than
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
I need to
boob
see a
implant.
picture. I feel like what I'm imagining is like insane.
I'm imagining like a fishing net.
Me too. I'm like, wait a minute. What is
it looks
it?
like those the peel on pasties.
Yeah.
Like not the peel on,
But through
boob,
the
you know what I'm talking
inside.
about?
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like that, and they just place it like right under your boob, and like.
So how
it'll
does
hold
it feel though? Like when you're like having sex, you know, and they're grabbing on your titties. Do you feel that shit like a
I
bra?
don't know. They can see the
Whoa,
net.
let me
They're like-
comment on a bitch who got him done and send her a little DM.
No,
Hey, quick
I need to
question.
know.
How does that feel?
Because that's how I feel too about like nipple piercings. I think they're cute.
I want a nipple piercing.
But I
so
feel
bad.
like whenever I think about like getting my boobs sucked, like because I'm such a big, like I love getting my nipples sucked. Like that's like one of my favorite things.
Same.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite things. So I'm like, you know, they're cute, but how is that gonna get in the way of not just my sensation, but also I can't imagine like metal in someone's mouth being
Tasting
like
good.
Oh my God, I
good.
didn't
That's
think about that.
Even like when
Yeah.
you're sweating or just the metal, I just don't see how that's. You know, I'm not saying straight out the shower I can see fine, but like what if you just had a long day and you just like get into it real quick and then it's just
A
like
long
metal
day.
and sweat and it's just like it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it'll be.
a little smelling like
You know,
pennies
if you,
and nickels.
yeah, if you guys have your nipples pierced, comment down below.
I had my nipples pierced
Yeah.
a long time ago when I was like 19.
Oh, okay. And how was that?
But most guys were like, but I feel like it was because I was young, so people were like, "Oh my God, that's hot."
That's so hot.
But now my boyfriend said that he didn't like it when he would get with girls because of that, because he's like, I don't want fucking metal in my mouth. But they hurt really fucking bad. Not like, I feel like getting them is okay. I felt like a cow though, because they like clamp your tit. And then they like, they literally clamp it and then they stick the needle. But the second one, you know how your second piercing hurts more than like when you get the first one? That's how it is with your tits. The reason I took them out was because they were a bitch. Like they would get stuck on random stuff and then yanked on.
Oh, absolutely not.
So it was so painful, and I have two like
holes.
they're not holes, but two little scars like on the side of my nipples.
Little,
Yeah.
little spider bites.
Yeah,
Love.
but sensation wise, it really
Feels
I
the
mean,
same?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting my titties sucked. You know, I'm like, hey,
But it's
they
not the
look
same?
cute though. I feel like one looks cute.
I'm like as you were saying that, I'm like, maybe I'll just do one.
Yeah, I feel like I would get it again, but just on one. Because honestly, the piercings, like the cute little designs that they have, they're so cute.
The little hands, when they have the little hands one, I'm like, ugh.
Okay, I'm
They
gonna
had a heart
I'm
one.
gonna just.
See them? They're like, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. It's like,
Somebody needs to invent those clip-on ones. How there's like clip-on earrings.
yeah.
We invent some more.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get them pierced. So please, somebody invent the clip-on one so I can help on that
have you
trend.
seen? Oh my God, I think it's Fashion Nova. Correct me if I'm wrong. They made her. Fuck, I don't know who it is. You know the pasties with a fake nipple piercing on it. I think it's Fashion Nova.
Nice.
So you can put a pasty and it just looks like you have your nipples pierced.
Problem
Woman
solved.
in STEM.
Let's talk.
we need more women in STEM for real.
Let's talk to Skims. You know how Skims has the bra that has the nipple?
yeah.
How do y'all feel
Sure.
about that?
You know what? At first,
I
was
look
like,
think
that's
it's
so weird.
hot.
Yeah, but then I heard I saw someone like who had breast cancer and had like the double vasectomy, and they're like, like it just made them feel like a woman again.
Oh
to
wait,
have,
that's
like, a nipple.
cute.
I love that.
So cute.
So then I
For
was
those
like-
purposes, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
after
still
I
would
heard
do
that, I
it.
thought it was cute. You
Low
would do
key,
it?
I think it's hot.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Like I actually already don't wear my bra sometimes. Like when I'm out and like my nipples will get hard
Yeah.
and stuff. And I could see people like looking, but it in the beginning it used to make me a little uncomfortable. But now I'm just like, yeah, those are my boobs.
I wish that could be me. I wish I could just flaunt my nippies, but I get shy. It's not that I get shy. I've had a lot of nasty experiences with nasty old men that I just get so grossed out. I'm like, oh my God, they're probably thinking the worst shit with my little nipples. I just want to be like if it was just us girls, and the gays, like, hell yeah. But I just think of all the dirty ass old men. I'm like, don't look at me, please. Like,
I feel like in a women in the gays like kind of world, it would just be like I would be naked all the fucking time.
I'd be like 100%.
Yeah, it irritates me like when I see guys like always without their shirt because I'm like, fuck you.
Like, why can't I just?
Yeah, like why can't I just be chilling like my titties, like one over here, one over there.
Like leave my fucking titties alone.
That's so real.
Yeah. Honestly, I love going out without a bra. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I be looking crazy as fuck when I be coming out sometimes. So I don't care. Hey, one might be over here, one might be over there. They might be Chris walking. If I'm walking low fast, they might be walking with me. You know, we got somewhere to be. Like, you know, I feel like if they're out and you're looking like it is what it is, I could give a fuck.
I don't wear bra. I fucking hate bras so much. But I do wear the pasties. Oh, so like right now,
you're not wearing a bra right now?
No, Patreon.
It's just the fucking pasty. Because I hate bras so much.
Me too.
I'm traumatized with pasties.
Why?
Because I think I told you guys that one time where I was at a party and I was wearing like a crop top, but it wasn't like pegadita. It was like loose. And I was dancing and I was wearing pasties. And I started sweating because, you know, you're dancing like banda and shit. And they fell out. And literally, they fell out at the worst fucking time because we were in a circle. And literally, I was right there. Me tocaba en el medio, bitch. And I went to the middle. And my pasties fell out. And everybody just stopped and looked at the floor. And then somebody was like, your titties fell out.
Chicken cutlets.
Literally. And I was just like...
That's how I remember her saying the story.
And I was just like, picked them up. And I ran to my mom and I sat on her lap and I started crying. Because I was drunk. I was drunk and I was 15. Girl. Yeah, traumatized.
Damn, bitch.
Never wear them again.
Fuck.
I can't trust them. Even if I'm wearing like this kind of top, I can't trust it.
Wait, but pasties or the chicken cutlets?
Chicken cutlets.
Oh, but those are
pasties. I hate the chicken cutlets.
Yeah, I don't even. I feel like what the fuck is that doing for me?
Yeah,
I feel like nothing.
The cutlets.
Yeah, the cutlets, and I feel like when I rip them out, I'm like, am I gonna lose a
Dude,
fucking nipple?
Yeah, well, maybe I needed that one because mine obviously was not fucking getting the job done. No, mine was literally like, bye, bitch. You're on your own. Me voy a comprar tacos, bye. We're in Mexico.
Hay que quedarse aquí adentro, vámonos.
It's your turn, not mine. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Yeah, no, never in my life. I feel like I would die.
You know what, though? I feel like a lot of the Coachella outfits that I see, I'm always like, how are they wearing that without...
Oh, pasties?
Yeah, because I feel like I have small boobs, but they're like saggy. So it's annoying. Because I see a lot of fits where they're like nice and cute. And for the well, I don't know, maybe I'm like, you tell me. Because like, you know how like online they're like, oh my God, this pasty is like the best in the fucking world. And I'll buy it and I always sweat them off. Like I've never found any that literally stick to my boobs.
It's fake. I feel like that's just fake news. And bitches use a lot of boob tape nowadays. I feel like boob tape is the way to fucking go. I actually am going to get some for my birthday.
I can't wear boob tape because my boob's too small, so like it looks like.
Let me put you on what I got. Another
First off,
secret.
get a boob job.
Then I can tell you.
Con esas chichillas no vas a llegar a ningún lado.
No sirven. I fucking hated like the regular pasties that are like this small, and then you could see like the outline. I'm like, dang, people are gonna think my nipple like this big. But I found these from this brand called Cakes. Sponsor IE and Besties.
Okay.
But they're called Cakes, and they're not really sticky, but they're like I don't know how to explain it. They're not sticky, but they're like this big.
Do they have adhesive?
They don't.
Oh, are they kind of like
let me just pull it out.
Like suction type?
Look.
Oh, I've been seeing those all over. Those just work for real?
They work because I don't know what material it is, but they're just like, it just works. And then you just wash it, and then it sticks right back to your titty. But I like them because I'm all doing a live demo.
No, period.
I like them because then you can't see like the little circle.
Yeah.
And like these actually work.
Do you think that work with a top that wasn't pegadita?
That's the thing. I don't think I've ever worn it with like a loose top. I always have, you know what? But I've worn it with like a hoodie. Like I'll have a hoodie and then I
just
have
that?
it on. Yeah.
Oh, then I think it should be fine then.
And
The hoodies
even
aren't bad.
I wore these in Coachella and I was sweating like crazy. Like when I'd be dancing and stuff, I wear them to raves and they don't fall off.
That's the secret, y'all. That's what.
We're gonna put the link in the bio.
What's your code,
down below.
Yoatzi?
I don't have one.
Oh, hey,
Sponsor Yoatzi too.
I don't have one. I just ran into them. I don't remember where I saw the ad and I was like, let me try these. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, these are actually sickening.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try them. I'll be back next week, y'all.
Let
with
me
the
know if they
review.
work for you, babe.
Yeah. No, hopefully my boob. Hopefully I've been trying to, because I'm scared of the getting put like down like a dog.
that's crazy.
Like getting put to sleep. What? Like with the anesthesia. That's the only thing holding me back from like really being full throttle.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
I think I'm
love
gonna do
that.
it too, but I don't want to go in anxious. Like I'm trying to mentally be like, no, it's okay.
Let me ease you up into it. I've gotten so many surgeries. At least with my doctor, Dr. Shawty. No, dude, he what they do, because I always go anxious to my fucking surgeries, right? I'm like, oh my god, they give you like, they call it like this little cocktail right before they give it to you in IV. Oh my god, especially if you love weed and you love everything, girl. You're like you feel like you just big chilling. Feels
Okay.
amazing.
Oh, there you go.
And then they give you that and they're like, okay, now we're gonna roll you into the surgery room. And you're like, yeah, do whatever you want, bro. Like, dude, it's so chill.
Oh,
I actually really like that shit.
Period.
Because I've gotten like
That's why you keep going
4
back.
surgeries.
Fuck the surgery. She just wants to feel that.
Like, I already even know not to get anxious because I know what's coming. And then like after they're like, okay, we're gonna put a little mask on you and just count to 10. I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want. And then like by the time I'm in 7, I'm just asleep and you don't even feel nothing.
How many, if you don't mind me asking, like what have you gotten done?
I've gotten I got a BBL first. That was my first surgery.
Oh my god, how long was the recovery for that?
The first BBL was the worst thing I've ever
The first one?
experienced.
Oh my
It was
God.
horrible. It was so painful. I was like, why the fuck did I do this? I almost passed out like twice. It took me like a whole ass month and a half to recover. That shit was so painful. You can't walk. Like,
And the
fuck that shit.
massages? Oh my
It's so
God.
bad, guys.
They're mandatory, the massages?
It's not that they're mandatory, but if you want to look sickening, get them. Just get them. So it's mandatory.
Yeah.
And then after my BBL, I got
like
buccal
asking for a
fat. I got buccal fat removal and chin lipo. And then after that, I was like, time to get titties. I got my titties done. And then I went in for my second BBL.
Oh, okay.
But my second BBL was nothing compared to my first.
Wow.
And I think it's because I already knew like what to expect.
Yeah.
So I got my BBL and then like literally less than a week I was in Adam's club hosting. I was like, what? Or was it Louis' club hosting? I don't know, but I was at a club.
Hey, she's with the little drainage bag. She's
I was like, they were like, why are you here? And I was like, I'm good.
Why'd you get the second one, if you don't mind me asking?
I feel like my first BBL, if you guys look back, I feel like I had a butt, but it was kind of small still. And I wanted like a bigger butt, but I didn't have enough fat for it. So then when I got pregnant with Ella, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have a little bit of extra fat. So after my 6 months of having baby Ella, I went with my doctor and he was like, oh yeah, you have extra fat like in little areas. If you want, we could, do another BBL. And I was like, I literally just got it to fill in the pockets of my first BBL and just kind of like fix it, enhance it, just make it a little bigger.
Oh, so do you think it's a little less evasive, you think?
No, I feel like it's just as evasive,
okay.
but because I already knew what was coming, I feel like I was mentally prepared and I was like, all right, let's do this shit.
Okay.
It looks good. Yours looks really good.
Thank
to be
you.
honest. I love your fucking shape too. I'm like,
Thank
okay,
you.
what is it? The Coca-Cola bottle.
Coca-Cola
And the
bottle.
commercial, like, damn, Yoatzi.
I feel like he did a really good job. I told him I basically wanted like an upside down heart.
Oh.
And I feel like he really did that. Because like it's like a little heart and then boop. He really did that. Shout out Dr. Shawty.
Shout out to
Dude, I wish I had the balls to get a BBL. I want one so fucking bad. I'm tired of going to the gym.
No, but dude, I feel like the gym is so much better.
No. I'm kidding. I love it. But not gonna lie. Like if I had the balls to get it, I would. Like I feel like the gym for sure is something that I'm seeing it more as like to be healthier, live longer, stuff like that. But obviously I have body goals too,
Yeah.
but if I had like the balls to be like, oh, like fuck it, like just do it, I would fucking do it and then just like upkeep, you know, with the gym.
Yeah.
But I'm scared. I'm just a pussy. I'm really a fucking pussy, like, when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm too scared to do it. But I've seen, like, a lot of, like, the videos will come up on, like, my TikTok or, like, my Instagram reels of just,
BBL
like,
journey.
before and after. And I'm like,
When the BBL trend was going on TikTok.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, that was crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I absolutely will get a BBL. I do have the fucking balls. I don't have the fence.
Stop
So
it.
if y'all wanna sponsor, we need a sponsor for the BBLs. Y'all let me know. But yeah, I feel like honestly, I'm not opposed to plastic surgery.
Me neither.
I feel like if it's your body, do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know, I just feel like, to me, because I have my little nieces and stuff, I feel like they watch me so closely that I just try to be, like, careful, because I'm like, because I just feel like now they're so young, and, like, you know, the internet. Yeah, I grew up watching internet, but it's like the girls I was watching was like America's Next Top Model, like skinny ass 00 bitches, and I was never fucking 00. You know, so I feel like I had that body dysmorphia, where it's more like I feel like weight, and I feel like now the body dysmorphia is like, oh, I'm not
Fat
curvy
ass,
enough.
yes.
I don't have a fat ass. I don't have
Big
big ass tits.
tits.
I don't have big ass mouth. I don't have, you know. So I just feel
So
like
real.
it's real. So I just feel like my nieces, I'm like, fuck. But I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, if y'all see me sitting on a BBL pillow to the side, don't be fucking acting brand new. I'm not gonna tell y'all. Hey,
Y'all gonna know.
Hey, every episode I'm gonna start. Hi guys.
They'll be like, hold on, you fix my pillow real quick.
Dude, that's actually so fucking real that you say that, because my little sister, she has, like, the body of, like, a supermodel. She's super thin, you know, like just supermodel body, like, super cute, like, and I'm always trying to encourage her, like, dude, like, I can, like, take your pictures, like, on some model type shit, because she is gorgeous. She has, like, long, full, thick, luscious hair down to her ass.
Oh my God,
like, she is literally, like, beautiful, like, supermodel. Like, I just love her, so adorable. And she's just like, no, she wants a fat ass, she wants it. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
twitching. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. Like, I would have killed to have your body when I was in high school. That's what I wanted. That's what I fucking wanted in high school. Like you said, like, that was, like, what we grew up with, like, you know, Victoria's Secret models and shit like that.
Literally.
Like, we would literally be like, oh my God, that's what I want. And now, fuck no, that's not what I want. But it's like, bitch, you have that though. Like, I see girls, like, on Instagram who own that shit, you know, like, they have that body and they look gorgeous. I love it. I love when people own whatever body type they have. I think it's so, I mean, change it if you feel like you want to, but I think there's something beautiful too in when you're just happy with what you got. And she literally, like, I see girls, you know, getting, like, sponsorships or, like, deals with, like, you know, all these big clothes brands and, like, get modeling and doing all these things. I'm like, Emma, like, you could do this. Like, you can model, you can, like, get all these, like, cool opportunities, like, if you just embrace, like, your body type, which is absolutely gorgeous. Body, and she just be shy, you know. I'm hoping she grows out of it. She's young, she's 18, you know. When you're 18, you know,
she's going through that I hate my body phase, and then you look back at 23, you're like, what the fuck,
exactly,
dude, bro. I've been looking at some pictures, I'm like, I thought I was fucking, like, morbidly obese. Like, I thought I was falling over and shit. And I look at pictures, I'm like, is the weight in the room with us? Literally. And I think back, but it's like, also too, like, I'm really tall. And so all my homegirls, like, you relate.
Yes,
like,
I relate.
All my homegirls are like petite fucking shit. 5 feet, 5 these fucking petite ass bitches. You feel me? And they were skinny as fuck. So like all my fucking friends, like, hey guys, you know. And they were like, I never got to be the petite girl.
I wish I was, and I always wished I was tall.
Damn.
I was like, to be you.
I trade. Fuck it.
No, that's so funny.
I love tall girls. I think they're so pretty. I'm like,
I think that's the experience. Like, I have friends too that are, like, short, and they say the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, growing up, I just wanted to be tiny. Like, I wanted to be, like, small.
The petite girl.
Yeah, the petite, exactly. Because well, I don't know what your experience was, but I felt like I was also too the duff of the group. I always felt like the least attractive one. So I feel like that on top of, like, being the tall one, like the biggest one, always made me feel even more insecure. But I feel like I did glow up after high school, to be fair. In high school, I did not. I would, like, roll out of bed 5 minutes before the bus came. And, like, I would just leave. You know, I put no effort into, like, my clothes, nothing. So, I mean, it was fine. But I was always, like, the taller one. Like, I wasn't, like, bigger, but I did, in all of middle school, I was on the bigger side. So I literally just hit a growth spurt summer before high school. So I stretched out, but I never lost the weight. So in my brain, I was still fat. Oh, you know?
But you were disproportionate. Yeah, because you're exactly. All taller. Yeah.
And I hated it. I was like, dude, like, damn, where the fuck am I going with this? I don't even remember what the fuck I was going. I'm 5'7". Well, actually, I like to tell people I'm 5'8" though, because my doctor.
Fuck.
Thank you. Because my doctor told me, he was like, you're just like a hair away from 5'8", but I can't technically put 5'8" because you don't reach it. He said, but you're literally like a hair away. So I just tell people.
So just say 5'7" and like 4/5 quarters.
I'm like 5'8" every
like
time.
I'm
I'm like 5'8".
What about you?
I'm 5'6".
5'6"?
Yeah, I'm 5'6", yeah.
And you?
I'm 5'3".
How tall are you?
Barely though.
5'3".
Girl, barely me too.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah, y'all be
barely
If the girls be lying about the height
on their
too.
wall.
The short girls be lying about the height, be honest.
I don't, but I feel like I always felt tall.
Period.
Like I never felt short, but it's because all my friends were shorter than me.
That's crazy.
So I was
What the fuck?
Not a tall friend.
for real.
And
Steph
I
was like,
feel
me
that.
too.
I'm like, yo, I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
No, my best friend.
Same height.
My best friend is like 4'9".
Yeah.
So, and I grew up with her. I knew her since we were 5 years old.
Stop.
So my whole life, I thought I was tall.
Me too.
And then I got to the point where they're like, no, but you're short as fuck. And I was like, what? And I found out I was short, I guess.
my
But because my
God,
friend
that's
was shorter than
hilarious.
me,
That's
I always
hilarious.
thought I was tall.
Yeah, all
That
my
makes
friends were
sense.
like 5'1", 5'2" max.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but even when I like am around, like when I'm next to you, I never feel like you're taller than me. Like I always
Oh
feel,
my
until we're
God.
like taking a picture, and then I'm like, oh shit, like I'm way the fuck down here.
It's all like Kendall Jenner and Courtney pictures.
Yeah, literally, like I always feel tall,
my
even
God.
around men like that are tall. Like I'm always like he's not that tall. Like
She's all looking up. She's
Yeah,
like, dude, just
I-
like,
no
get on
way.
my level.
I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like I've always felt like a tall girl, and I always loved wearing heels. So I never minded my height of being short because I always wore, especially in high school, for some reason I wore like fat ass stripper heels, like to
To
parties.
school?
No, not to school, but like to parties and
Cool.
stuff.
I was like, okay.
Fuck no! I only wore heels when I had a choir recital. And I would like walk in and I'd be like, "Oh, why am I wearing heels? I'm about to sing."
That's cute.
Yeah, so I was always like, yeah, like I'm pretty. I always felt average, and then I started seeing white bitches, and I was like, damn, they make me feel short. But because on average, for the most part, you like they're like 5'7", 5'8",
5'6",
yeah. And so when I started seeing, but I think it was because they were also a different skin tone than me that I was very aware of their height. That I was like, wait a minute, why you look like that?
Yeah.
And no, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Shout out to the short girl, shout out to the tall girl, shout out to the bitches in between. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like,
And shout out to the
animals.
bitches that burn their fucking lash X card because they don't get a lash appointment.
Oh,
I'm just playing. That's scary. Did y'all see that?
did you see that video
What video?
of some girl who like burned her lash? You have not seen that video?
No, show it to her because I was
need
shocked
to
to my
see this
core.
video.
What happened?
I need
She
to
wanted
see
to
this.
get like a lash appointment, and the lash artist was like, I really can't. Like, I have
I'm
back-to-back
booked.
appointments. And she was like, so you're not gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? Because I'm on my way. And she was like, no, girl, like I literally can't. Like, I don't have any time. And she's like, oh, so you're not gonna fucking do it, you bitch? And she's like, you're fucking with the wrong one, bitch. And then she set her ass on fire.
Her car.
What?
Dude, it is absolutely insane.
This is a girl that wanted her lashes done.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she posts like the fucking messages.
Are you kidding
I
me?
swear.
That is
And, like,
fucking insane.
They had to come and like get her fucking car. And then she posts like the text, and the girl was literally like, oh, she was like, matter of fact, I don't need you. I don't want you doing my shit. She's like, but I gave you a pass for playing with me only because I was pregnant. Your ass doesn't get a pass this time, bitch. You had me here drive like a goofy. This is not that bitch. I'm L'Oreal. Who the fuck is L'Oreal?
And she just fucking burned her car. Is she in jail?
She burned her down.
Dude,
and
she
it's
has
so
to be in
crazy,
jail,
though.
right?
Wait, hold on, it's so crazy because why is this the pin? Why is this her pin thing? And that's the bitch who burned her shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, let me see how her lashes look.
They look good. I'm not gonna lie, I understand why she burned that. I'm like, you burned a bridge, bitch. Literally
That's
and figuratively.
crazy.
Like,
Speaking about lashes, are my lashes falling off?
no, your lashes are
You
good.
sure?
Yeah. Why do you feel them falling off? Let me see. Look at me. No, I don't think they're fine. No. I was having the problem with my inner corner too.
Me too. My inner corner. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm now trying to use this dual lash one, but the clear one I usually do like the black one because I just like how the black one. I feel like I don't wear eyeliner, so like the black one makes me feel like I'm wearing eyeliner. But now I do the clear one, and I don't know if I like it.
That's the one I use, the duo. Love that shit.
The clear one, like the little, that has a little fucking wand shit.
Yeah, the clear one.
I don't know. I like the black one. I think I'm gonna go back. Once you go back, you never go back.
Me.
Wait a minute.
I want to be a lash girl so bad.
Have you guys tried putting your lashes under your lash?
My best friend doesn't. I don't know. Those are a different breed of bitches.
I just did it. But this is 3 days old. And I used a regular duo glue. And I cried like for 2 hours today.
Wait. Oh, it's the little individual ones that you
these are lashes from the 99-cent store. And I cut them into like little sections. Like, it's a strip. And I do like 3, 2, 2, and then the little inner corner. And then I put my regular invisible glue, and then I stick them under, and they last me like a good 3-4 days.
Girls in STEM.
Girls in STEM. Yeah. Wait, like the dual glue?
Yeah, the dual glue.
So do you put it on your actual lash too?
It's like right where the hair ends, a tiny bit onto
like not in the slimy part, not like this part.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
You can see like a little bit like where.
Oh my god! So it's not like in this part, like this part. It's on the actual lash.
Yeah, like right at the base of it.
Oh my god! It looks really natural.
Yeah,
they do look like lash
so
extensions.
Thank you.
Shout out to the 99
And then
store.
I curl them with the curler, and then I was surprised because I cried today. Like deadass, I was crying today for 2 hours, and they were good.
How long do they last?
Like a good 4 days, if I take really good care of them.
I might be doing that.
Yeah, and it's really comfy. Like I sleep in them. I wake up. The most I'll have to do is because I don't put product on my lashes when I'll just curl them and then I put them on. But obviously when you take a shower, wash your face and stuff, your natural lash straightens out. So in the mornings I'll just curl them with the curler.
Damn.
You don't put mascara or nothing?
No. I just curl them with the curler to just give them that curl effect again, and then that's it. Because sometimes they'll just drop a little bit, but even when they drop, it still has the little end curl.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it still looks like you have something nice, but obviously I'll just curl. So I'll keep my curler with me in my purse just to give it a little refresh whenever I need it.
Damn.
No, and honestly, shout out to my homegirl Olivia because she put me on our trip to Arizona, and I've been doing it the same way ever since.
Damn.
Yeah,
I see my best friend do that. I'm like, I just genuinely don't know. I don't know. I feel or individual lashes. I feel I could do makeup, but fuck, I hate individual lashes. I feel that is the hardest thing ever.
No, dude, it's actually pretty easy. You could do it for sure. I'm pretty sure. It's super fucking easy. And honestly, I love the duo because it lasts 4 days. But the one downside that I did notice is that with my strip, I can reuse my lashes up to 20 times.
Oh, yeah.
But literally when I cut them, I can only reuse them maybe twice. Maybe. If I take good care of the little pieces, que no se me pierdan and shit,
Yeah.
So it's I can't really get a good but that's why I was you know what? I'm gonna just buy the glue, the double-sided one that people use to make them last for 2 weeks. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna just buy that and use these same lashes para que me duren más, and I won't be having to redo them every 4 days. Yeah. And I feel that'll be a good alternative because I don't want to stop doing them like this. I feel I can't go back to the way I used to do them.
They look elite.
Yeah. Thank you. I feel I can't go back, so that's why I'm fuck. I need to get the other glue.
I accidentally once used that glue that makes them last for 2 weeks. I was in high school. And I didn't know the difference. I was like, this one looks cool. Yeah. So I put on my lash, and I actually put it on a little Chueca vibes. So I was like, okay, let me fix it. And I was like, hello? And I was like, hello? Dude, I couldn't take it off. They were stuck. And I was like, oh my God. I literally looked everything up and said to try baby oil, olive oil, dude, so many hot water, everything. And I couldn't. I was literally crying.
I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh. That's
it's okay, it's fucking funny. I was like, Mom. I literally couldn't. My eye was all hinchado because. And then.
Hey, what glue is it?
I want to say it's the duo glue. I want to say it was
Duo has
Duo.
a brand that does
that they stay forever.
Oh, bad.
I want to say, I don't know. Sorry, Duo. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Hey,
but they're meant for when you want your lashes to stay on for 2 weeks.
Oh, period.
And then I'm like, what's wrong? I read the packaging and I was like, oh my God, I fucked up so bad.
That's crazy.
And I think eventually I was just just had to yank them off.
Hell no.
And my eye was so irritated.
I did that the last time. Well, the only time I've ever gotten lash extensions because I only did it because my niece is starting to learn. So I was like, okay, I want her to practice. Yeah. And if she's going to fuck up on someone, better me. And she put them on. They look good, but I can't have stuff on my eyes. I feel like I don't like the feeling of anything on my eyes. So I just started ripping them out.
You don't ever wear lashes, huh?
No, not really. Unless I unless I really want to step out for like for your party, I probably will wear lashes.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to, I won't.
Yeah.
I just don't like the feeling. I'm always like just waiting for the moment. Oh, that feeling's low-key feels bomb.
We all take off our lashes.
As soon as it's over, like, whoa.
Yeah, that feeling is like orgasmic.
Yes.
But like even like kind of how you're like, oh, I feel it like off. That would drive me nuts.
Or when they just poke, because mine
Yeah.
poke.
Oh my god, yeah, the inner fucking corner, bro. I hate when that happens. I feel like I can't see.
Yeah.
Like I swear, it's
I can't see.
I can't see. I'd be like, oh fuck. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm hypersensitive to it, but I'll just genuinely feel like, oh fuck, I can't fucking see it for shit.
But your guys, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm looking at you guys and I'm like, damn, like they look cute. And then on camera, especially, like it really brightens up your eyes.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm always like, I'm gonna wear it for the podcast, but I don't never get ready on time.
You're like, nah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't have the time. Like I'd have to literally be like, okay, fuck. And then y'all have like nails too, and I'm like, I'm not.
God.
I don't have that
nails
bad
too.
bitch energy.
I'm so
That's what I'm saying. Like I
embarrassed.
can't
You
do
have
it.
nails too.
But like to put on lashes with nails.
I use the little
tweezers. I use the tweezers.
Honestly, I cannot use tools. I can only use my hands.
I have to use
I
tweezers.
can't use that shit. I feel like that's elite.
If I don't
that's
have my
elite,
nails,
sis.
I can use my fingers. Like if I don't have my tweezers, I can do it. But I rather do tweezers all the
easier.
time. Yeah, for me it's easier too.
Really, I don't know why. To me, it's harder. Even if sometimes I'll be missing like nails. I'm not gonna lie, guys. So I had to go testify for a bill today, right? And it was super last minute. I'm like, I refuse to go testify for a bill.
I just saw your nails.
So they're like,
You couldn't even tell.
I didn't even notice until you pointed it out.
I was over there and I was gonna put my hand. I was like, whoa. I was out putting my hands out. I'm like, so I'm here to testify on the bill. Yeah, I was so embarrassed. I'm like, but I refuse to go in like handshakes with somebody and they're gonna be like, I love your
Like what's that?
yeah.
Stop, because right now I have one and I literally was like, I need to have nails, and I brought the glue in my car and I forgot the nail.
Oh,
How did
All
it pop off
right, you
already?
cannot even tell, honestly.
These two popped off because I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I think I was cleaning my garage, so I was lifting things and it was like putting pressure on them. So
how do y'all just pop off your nails?
These
They
are
just
gel
fall off,
though.
yeah,
They're
they
gel.
just fall
off. Those are gel.
I feel like
Yeah.
mine's-
These
mine
are
have
gel
something
X
in it.
too.
Those are good
Let
as
me
fuck,
see.
girl. I've been
Those are
looking at them
fucking
this
good.
whole
I know.
time.
Thank you. I got them for Coachella.
Do you like a better Gel X?
I do. My girl Sky Nail, shout out. She just put me on Gel X because before I would always do acrylic. Sky Nails.
Yes,
I love her
I get a lot of
nails.
my designs from her.
Yes. And she put me on, and I just love how much quicker it is to have them done.
Yeah.
So, acrylic takes forever.
Yeah.
And with
There's
this,
no
she's-
smell.
Oh, there's no smell, and they're just like a lot quicker. And I'm
And
like,
they last
yep.
just as long.
Yes.
Really?
And when they
love
fall
them.
off, they don't rip off your
nail
own
bed.
nail.
That's what I do hate. I have weak nail beds.
I've never had one fall off yet with Gel X.
It literally just peels off for the most part, unless they got really, really good application. But for the most part, they just like pop off. Like it's
What?
super healthy.
That's insane.
I know
I
I
still
need
take
to
them off.
move on to other shit because I feel like I have a weak ass nail bed.
You should
Try
try it
Gel
then.
X.
You should try it. I think you're gonna never come back.
Fuck.
A lot of I think Adam had said that he likes that they're hard.
Oh,
like they're
yeah.
more acrylic
They're
is more
sturdy. They
persistent.
are.
Yeah.
But these are hard too.
Yeah, I have one homegirl. I swear to God, I love that bitch, but that bitch be popping off fucking acrylics like nothing. Like
Oh,
she's
hell
hella
no.
heavy handed, and that bitch is boom, 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 boom. And
Does she have any
spends-
real nails left?
She does. She has
Really?
a strong nail bed. Like literally, I'll get my nails done like back to back, and it looks like I fucking have not got a fill in like 3 years. She'll get a back to back. I mean, she constantly has nails, and her nail beds are like fine.
Yeah.
God has favorites, and whoa, I'm not one of them.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
True.
no. Mm-mm. So, you guys, what do you guys think about Shawtybae, the petition?
Getting canceled. What's going on?
I don't know enough about it. Can you enlighten me, please?
So allegedly, Shawtybae was late to her hosting, right? Like a nightclub hosting. And they were saying that she only showed up and popped out and like basically robbed her fans. And so fans are saying that she's an unhealthy influencer and should be canceled. I personally think that that's a reach. I feel
think
like
that's
there's
a
so
reach,
many
too.
other like influencers that maybe have done worse things. I just feel like at the end of the day, like I also think too as watchers, people get so consumed. I feel, you're a large influencer. Do you feel like sometimes people are too consumed in your life that they're trying to like dictate it?
I feel like people just love drama. Like at the end of the day, people love drama. So I feel like there's been a lot of rumors that have been started about me since I've been doing social media. There's times where rumors just get out of hand and people will live for it and they instigate and they try to make things so much worse than they really are, because at the end of the day, it's entertainment and it's drama. And like, I feel like because we have a lot of eyes on us, we can't really complain because people will just automatically be like, well, it's what you signed up for. Well, it's what you wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel like people forget that we're human.
Yeah.
People just, they just love drama.
Do you feel like now you understand like celebrities when they're like, well, I didn't sign up for this? Like,
And I get it on like a micro level. So I'm like, now imagine like celebrities, like I feel like I would go nuts. Like you literally get no privacy. Poor celebrities. Like feel bad for Kim, you know, when she's walking out of like games with her kids and her kids are like, oh my God.
And they're all flipping off the camera.
Dude, literally, that'd be me. I'd be like, ugh.
Oh, God.
Like that is
Dude, at this
insane.
point, like just own that shit, right? You'd think. I feel like that's where the like Kardashians are at, where they're like, fuck it. At this point, we don't give a fuck. Like if y'all gonna paint us out to be bad and all this shit, might as well.
They're like,
fuck
don't
it.
care.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I just did with me. Like I get tons of hate for whatever fucking reason. People just love to hate on me. And I'm just like, nah, I don't give a shit. I was like, dude, I don't care. I'm happy. I'm surrounded by like beautiful people, and like, sorry that you're miserable that you have to hate on me, but I'm not miserable and I'm not gonna throw those vibes.
Do you feel though, like if the reasoning, you know, like Shawtybae, like, do you feel like you kind of do owe something to your fans though? Like if she says, you know, I'm gonna be here and people pay money for it, and she just shows up for like 30 minutes, like, do you feel like in that sense you kind of do owe, like, because I feel like right now, and this is just a personal opinion, I think it's happening with artists too, where they're like, this is mine and you either like it or you don't. Because I really feel like if you have fans, you owe certain expectations to them. So if you're not meeting something for the people who really love you the most, especially like something simple like Shawtybae, like just show up to the club. I feel like in that sense it does come off as disrespectful. Do you feel like it's like that too?
I definitely feel like we do owe something to them, like in that sense. Like to my haters, no les debo ni madres, right?
100%.
But to my loyal like supporters that have been with me through the beginning, like for example, me and Louis just hosted our 100K dinner for Pretty Not Smart, and we literally said we're going to pick people to come. Like I feel like if we didn't do the dinner, that would have been such a like a fucked up thing, because we hyped those people up and we never did it. But like if we say something, I feel like if you're an influencer, whatever it is that you do, and a lot of people look up to you, if you say you're gonna do something, like you better fucking do it. Because like I feel like if say we said we were gonna do this dinner, we hyped up a bunch of fans and we just don't do it, like that's so fucked up. So me and Louis made sure that we went all out, and we literally said to our fans, like, we're gonna meet you guys and we want to spend time with you guys. And that's exactly what we did, because we know that those people like really fuck with us and they're loyal and they're supporters. So we like from the heart, we love you guys. I feel like it's just at the end of the day, it just depends how much love you truly have for those people that support you. You know, and like me and Louis, we literally love our supporters. We love them so much because we literally wouldn't be shit without our supporters, like at the end of the day. So I feel like in like a lot of instances like that, we should always give back as much as we can, because you know, they love us and we need to love them back.
I have to say, I don't know why people would talk shit about you. When I met you at the salud party, you were honestly the sweetest person.
Thank you.
Like, I do you think people have like a misconception about you then? Like, where do you think the misconception lies?
I honestly don't know, because I'm not a mean person and I've never been mean. Like I always get that, like when I meet a lot of supporters in person, like I'm always nice and I always want them to feel welcome. Like a lot of times I'll be like, thank you for saying hi to me. Like you guys make my day. Like it's great. But I think online, I don't know. It's just the truth of the reality is that you can't, not everyone can like you. You know, you can't make everyone like you.
That part.
So I know I have a lot of people that love me, but there's just, for whatever reason, people just don't.
Some
fuck
people
with
just
me.
don't like seeing people shine.
It's
like their insecurities jumping out. They wish they
That's
had what
what I
you
think it
had.
is.
You know, like I feel like when I think back to high school when I was a hater, I'm a retired hater now. When I would like look at like, you know, celebrities or like Instagram, you know, Instagram's popping off, so people were starting to have popularity and stuff, and like I would like make my comments and hate. Like deep down, like it was just from a place of like, damn, I want to do that. Like, and I fucking hate that they have the balls to put themselves out there and, you know, like let their personality shine, and I've always like at the time I would hinder like my light, and I was like, and I was just jealous. Like
You're
I
baddie
wanted
for
that.
admitting that.
Yeah, and I've said it before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you can't. I love saying it because I feel like if there's someone listening that feels that kind of way, like don't stay stuck there.
Yeah.
Like you can grow from that mentality, especially like if you're in high
Like,
school.
come join us.
Yeah, like
Be a
come
good,
to-
happy person.
Exactly,
It's
like
better.
it's better 1,000%. You know,
Yeah.
and one thing about me, even in high school, I wouldn't comment. You know, I wouldn't like say mean things and like try to bring people down, even though I felt that way. But I was like a mad like shit talker with like my sisters or like my cousin. I'd be like, look at this bitch, you know, like just like talking shit, you know. But I would never like spew my hate. But it was something that like I knew at the time, like when I was young, like was in me where I'd be like, But now that's why I feel like when I see people like just like commenting mean shit for no reason, I'm like, oh, I hope you heal. Like that's sad.
Yeah, like honestly, I feel that too. Like, oh
Yeah.
damn, I hope you heal too.
Yeah.
There's this this girl that does services for me and stuff. She came over once and she told me, she was like, dude, she was like, there's this girl that asked me about you. And then I was like, oh cool, like who is she? Like, does she watch my videos? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, no, she just said like she asked me about how you were, and I told her that you're really nice, and that the girl literally was just like, oh, I don't like her.
Oh,
That she didn't like me.
What the fuck?
And then she was just like, what do you mean you don't like her? Like, why? She's like, I don't know. I just don't fucking like her. And she was like, okay. And she was like, well, she's like really nice, actually. She's like, is she really though? And she's like, yeah, she's actually like really nice. Like, I really like her. I fuck with her. And she's like, yeah, well, I don't know. She's fucking annoying. I just don't like her. And I was just like,
God.
and I'm like, okay, that, like, people are just like that. If I don't do anything, so I can't blame it on me because I know I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Just people don't fuck with me for whatever reason.
I
I'm
can't
like,
stand those people. Like zero introspection. Like how can you
it's just
say
like,
something
I
like that?
think they're amargadas, honestly.
Yeah. Like how can you like say something like that and not like look inward and be like, okay, why though? Because you can figure out the answer like if you think hard enough. Like you can come up with something.
Yeah.
Why
And there's just
though?
people that just don't. They're just like no, and they just like keep it pushing. It's like y'all just want to be bitter and hateful. Like that's crazy.
Are most of your haters like? Do you know if they're male or female?
It's female.
It's always female.
It's always
Oh,
female.
Oh, that's ugly.
It's
Just
always
be
ladies.
haters.
It's always-
Come on.
Ladies are
Yeah.
haters. I
Do
feel like
better.
you don't seem to me like, okay, in high school and growing up, were you like a polarizing person? Like people either loved or hate you, or you feel like you're like amicable, like everybody kind of fuck with you?
I actually, it was like the complete opposite. People did not fuck with me in high
Really?
school. I feel like I've always grown up with people like hating on me. Like I was always called like a creída, like, oh, she thinks she's all that vibes. And
That's
like
so crazy.
I've talked about
honestly,
it.
I do not get that from you at all.
Yeah, I've always got picked on. Like it was hard for me to have friends, maintain friends. Like high
They
school.
were, hey, look, they were preparing you for the bitches online. Was good.
Dude,
yeah.
what's good?
Miley was good. Miley was good. You feel me? Fuck
Dude,
that.
yeah.
Think so. Thank you to them, because look, now you have a fucking skin of steel, and bitches can't fucking try to fuck with you. Who cares? Who cares? You feel me? I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, it's the fucking internet. People are gonna say whatever the fuck they want. Like it's easy to say shit like.
What are they
behind
called?
your
The
back.
people that
Trolls.
oh no, the other word, the keyboard something.
Oh, keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warrior. What the fuck? Because
Right.
put like in person.
Let me unplug the computer. You know, log off. Time to log off, babe.
No,
time to fucking log off.
time for y'all to log off. Actually,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What do you think are, guys, like some red flags of you guys? Like thinking of like some things that you're like, okay, maybe this was I was wrong here. All right, I'll go first.
Sorry, I'm perfect.
Crickets, like,
Actually, mine, I have a fucking mean ass temper. I'm ready to talk. Like, I like to talk a lot of shit. Like, if someone just tries me, I just like to talk a lot of shit. And I feel like that bleeds into a lot of other things. So I'm trying to, now that I'm getting older, ish. Well, she's only like 22. This bitch is only
I'm only 22, guys. Remember.
Yeah.
you're not, huh? No, because I was watching this podcast.
People are not.
I was watching the podcast and I got confused when you were like, what did you say? You were like, oh, I'm turning 22 or something. And I'm like,
In 5 years.
no, and I
though.
was like, fuck, dude, I'm hella old. I'm 28. And then they were like, hey, laughing. I was like, okay, she's not. So confirming.
I'm about to be 28. Yeah.
I'm 28.
But I feel like mine, I used to be. I think I was always trying to be the loudest person in the room. But I don't know. I don't think I ever did it in a way where I was like, look at me. I was just always loud. And progressively, I was like, maybe I should get louder. Like, I don't know why my brain always
it's
leads.
not enough.
Yeah, like my brain, like, even right now, like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, I feel like I was always really loud. And it stopped me from like listening.
Oh.
Because I was just only listening to my own fucking voice. Like I was just too, self-centered in a sense.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in a malicious way. It was just more of like, I'm loud and my family's loud. So it was just like, let's all be loud together. Yeah. And I didn't realize like not everybody is like that, obviously. Yeah. And I was that bitch. I was fucking annoying. I was that bitch just like, why are you so quiet? Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. She doesn't want to talk to you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I thought you were just really living out your J-Lo dream. Let's get loud.
But you know what? Most of the time that I would ask someone like, why are you so quiet? Those people usually ended up being my friends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was rare when I got someone that was like, I don't want to talk to you.
Because I feel like the quiet people want to talk. They just be shy.
Yeah. And I always wanted to know. Like, I'm like, who are you?
And maybe they liked that you were intrigued.
Dude, I was like that too. Siempre sacándole plática a los calladitos.
Yeah.
I would always do that. I wasn't loud about it, but I was the next time be like, what's up? What's your name? Like, just like trying to bug them.
I found out my boyfriend cheated on me from a friend that I made like that. Like, it was this new girl. She was a twin. And she came into the school and she was really quiet. And I was like, hey, blah, 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 whatever. We ended up being like kind of friends. No, we ended up being friends. And she was friends with the girl who was
your man was cheating on
my man was cheating on me with. And since we became friends, she was like, that's not cool. And at the time it was when you can like download an app and get a number.
Oh my god. Text me. I text her.
Yeah, and she sent me all the pictures of like them like sleeping together and shit. Yeah, and I never knew it was her until like a year later, year and a half, I made another friend who was friends with them. And I was telling her that story and she was like, oh, it was, I think her name was Aaliyah. It was Aaliyah who sent you that. And she was like, she just didn't feel like it was right. And I was like, oh my God, crazy.
Did you ever thank her?
No, because we fell off. We didn't fall off. She just kind of like, I don't even know what happened to them, actually. I hope you're doing well. I think they had a baby. She had a baby. Yeah.
Shout out to Aaliyah.
Yeah, shout out to Aaliyah, the twin, if you remember me.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know right now, when you said that, it reminded me of this story where I saw it was a quick little TikTok where she was like, shout out to the girl who would pack me a lunch every day in elementary school, like, because she didn't have food. And she was like, I named my daughter after you. I hope you're doing good. And I was literally like about to cry.
That's crazy.
That's
real.
Having a little friend that took you lunch every day because you didn't have nothing to eat.
That's so sweet.
That
is like so sweet. Yeah.
There's some kind people in this world.
100%.
Yeah. So what's your red flag, bitch?
Don't change the subject.
She's like, oh, I can't think of one right now.
No, I really can't.
Okay, Yoatzi,
I'm
what's
shy.
your red flag?
That's her red flag. My red flag is that I don't have red flags. I was just kidding.
Hey, all of our answers?
No, I have one that comes to mind, but I'm ashamed. So I need to give me a minute to like sit with it, and then I'll say it.
Sit with that shame.
It's been a minute. I think my red flag is kind of like yours. I also have anger issues. And I feel like I've always just kind of grown up, no, not always, but I kind of grew up to be like just an angry person. Mm-hmm. And like when it's from like past trauma. Yeah. From like past relationships and shit. Mm-hmm. But when I get mad, I get so fucking mad to the point where like sometimes I say things that I don't mean. And it's just like heat of the moment. And I say some of the most fucked up shit. But then later I'm like, you stupid bitch, why the fuck did you say that? Yeah. But therapy has helped me out so much to figure out where the root of that was. And I feel like I actually haven't been super angry in like a long time.
What?
But so I'm really, really working on it. But I want to say that was like, it's still a red flag because there's still times where like it wants to come out and I'll still get angry and I will say like, stupid bitch. But I'm like, relax, you know? I'll have like a moment. But yeah, it's not a good red flag. It's pretty fucked up.
It happens. All right, you sat in your fucking shame, bitch.
All right, it's been a minute.
All right.
My red flag is that I could be very emotionally manipulative.
I think you've said that on the pod before.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. And it's like, I don't do it like on purpose, but sometimes it comes out and then I'll catch myself and I'll be like, whoa.
What do you mean by that though?
Like I can act a certain way purposely to make someone like feel mad or sad.
Oh my God.
Or like, like if I want to get a reaction out of someone, but I'll do it in like a way where it seems like it was real.
Their fault?
Or do it in a way where it's like that it happened naturally, but it's all intentional.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky shit.
Yeah. I used to do it a lot in my past relationship. Yeah, and I went to therapy too. So
I got my therapy.
literally, I went to therapy too, and I also got to the bottom of it. But it's like with all of the reason why I have to sit in my shame with this because it still comes up for me. Like I feel like with one misconception about healing is that people think, oh, once you heal trauma, it's never gonna happen again. Like it's never gonna be a part of you, and that's not true. It just means that when it comes up, you either catch it or when it does happen, you just allow you forgive yourself. You know what I mean? It's like these are things that are always gonna be a part of you. Like, you know, maybe they'll stop happening often as often as they used to, but it's always gonna be there. So it's like that's why when I talk about it, I'm not proud of it. Like, am I good at it?
Like, I'm not proud, but if y'all need to,
La que puede, puede.
No, but I'm not proud of it. There's a two of the ones that came to mind, but I'm gonna just share that one because we said one. We said one, babe.
Yeah, for the next one.
No, yeah.
So you feel like therapy has really like helped you like change your relationships? Like, do you feel like that was probably the best like thing that could have happened to you?
Therapy has definitely helped me in like so many ways, and there's still a lot of things that I need to fix. But I feel like what I love about therapy is that it helps you figure out the root of everything. Like you go back to your childhood and you just figure out everything, because I feel like a lot of stuff that affected in our childhood come out later when we're adults. And like sometimes we don't even realize it. And I'm like, bitch, why am I this crazy bitch? Yeah. And then you go back and you do research and your therapists help out a lot. And you're like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. Yeah. And I feel like now anytime something crazy happens to me, I can't help but overanalyze it because I'm just thinking about my therapy and I'm like, okay, this happened because of this and this and that. And but you know what? I liked what you said about like forgiving yourself, because I feel like it happens to me a lot and I'm just like, there's that one thing again, like there's that thing we talked about in therapy, but I think I like seeing it as like, okay, it's happening, forgive yourself for it and like move on. That's a good tactic.
Do you think that's been helpful for you? Because I know you went through like an incident with like the father of your first child.
Yeah.
Do you think that helped you like move forward from that situation?
100%. I did a specific type of therapy called EMDR. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's basically like hypnotherapy.
Oh, okay.
For patients who have like PTSD and have like trauma and like scary stuff like that.
Oh my God.
It helps out a lot because they use like fingers and you have to just follow the fingers like this. Like you'll think about the memory and you'll go back to the memories, you'll revisit them and you just stare at the fingers and you're just like, because something about like eye movement and the correlation with the fingers just by looking, it like desensitizes your brain and how you felt in those situations. Wow. So like I was able to go back to the exact moment where like my ex held me and my son at gunpoint and like just doing that little finger thing over and over so many times like desensitized me to it to where I don't feel what I used to feel for it. Wow. Like I used to be so afraid of it. I wouldn't even want to think about that moment. Now I'm just kind of like, well, it happened and like I'm able to move forward from it and I don't feel what I used to feel about it. So I feel like therapy is literally so amazing and I feel like everybody should do therapy even if you're like, I'm perfectly fine. I'm normal.
100%.
I feel like therapy is like, if you really want to get to know yourself and go into like this deeper level within yourself, I feel like therapy is chef's kiss.
You'd be shocked. I still remember, I was going to say, so everyone just went to therapy after their first boyfriend. I went for this, literally my baby daddy too. Like we broke up and it was so bad. And I remember like, I remember thinking I'm going to either kill myself or I'm going to kill him. Like it was bad. Oh my God. It was so I was down bad. And I remember being like, my mom like taking me to therapy and being like, okay, I'm gonna go. I was like, but I remember thinking there's nothing this lady's gonna tell me that I already don't know. Like, dude, I remember thinking like, oh, like I already know everything. Like I'm like, she's just gonna hear me out. Like this is just gonna be like a vent sesh with my homegirl. Like there's nothing is really gonna change. And then I just remember like the sessions and how things started clicking, how different perspectives, different thoughts, like new ways of thinking, like just like analyzing, like you said, like your childhood or like even realizing I think one of the most shocking things for me in therapy was when I realized a lot of my problems, I caused them myself. And I would be like, oh, it's your fault. But no, it was actually my fault. Like not to like assign blame, but how I had a lot to do with my own suffering, you know? And that was one of like the biggest shocks actually of my life, being like, oh, so I'm the problem. But not like in a, he didn't do anything wrong way, just like in a way that like I was living my life like not in control because I was unaware of like a lot of things in my life. So definitely, like, I love therapy, and I definitely recommend it for everyone. I feel like to a level, everyone has trauma. Like, even if you lived a happy life, like, your parents can't, like, fulfill all your needs. You know what I mean? Like, they're human beings too. So I feel like it won't hurt. You know what I mean? Like, just to go and just, you know, just see what's up.
I'm gonna stop looking at me.
I think it just helps out so much. Like, and then like with me, you brought out your baby daddy, my ex baby daddy too. And I feel like what clicked for me was that he was a crazy ass manipulator, narcissist, like top tier. That man should win an award for that. But I thought that I was the problem. For me, I thought the relationship went to shit because of stuff that I did. I literally thought it was all me. And then my therapist was like, girl, no, like it was literally him. Like she helped me see it from like a completely different perspective. And I feel like even the incident where he put me through, where he literally helped me and my son at gunpoint, when I first started doing therapy, because I started it after him, for the longest time, I was kind of, I had the connection of the trauma with the house. Like, I was like, I can't believe it happened to me in that house. Like, I can't believe, like, I was almost blaming it on the house that it happened because of that. Like, it's so, trauma's so weird. Yeah. Like, and then she was like, why do you keep talking about the house? Like, it was him. And for like the longest time during the beginning of my therapy, I wouldn't even bring him up. Wow. Like, I was kind of saying it like if out of the blue it just happened to me. And she was like, no, it wasn't out of the blue. Like, this person did it to you. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. So trauma is like super weird. And it all just one day clicked to me. And I was like it takes so much to finally get there. And I was like, oh my God, it wasn't me. Like, it was literally him.
Yeah, I think that's so such an extreme thing. And I saw that he gave an interview too to that guy Panchito, and I'm just like, what? Yeah, I saw
the guy that held you at gunpoint.
He didn't
go to jail.
He went to jail, but apparently fucking the pussy ass year that he got wasn't enough because he's ready to go back.
What?
Yes. I technically should. I've already talked to like my lawyers, and I've already talked to the police department about what he's doing, but he should technically be like going back to jail because I have a 10-year restraining order on him. He can't be talking about me on social media. He can't be bringing me and my son up. Like, he can't be near me, anything to do with me. But apparently he wants to go back to jail because he don't give a fuck. He's still doing his shit.
Honestly, like, I didn't really watch it, but I just watched some of it because I'm like, obviously, I think what happened to you, there's no fucking excuse for that. But I think the way he tried to paint himself, I was literally listening. I'm like,
I think he tries to be the victim.
He was like, I was suicidal. I wanted to kill myself.
Oh, it's a narcissist jumping out.
And then he was saying, oh, she's narcissist. She was doing this. And I'm just like, you know what?
We're on to you, girl.
At the end of the fucking day, like, there's so many people who are going through chronic depression, have been through some real...
Even narcissists. There's like real narcissist assholes. I don't mean they pull out guns on people.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, that is such an extreme measure to take. That it's inexcusable, and especially to put like his own child. Let's say he doesn't give a fuck about you. Clearly, he didn't, right?
Right.
But let's say like your child, your baby,
should
like,
be punto y aparte.
It's something so distinct, and I feel like, you know. Also, I think that guy for giving him a platform just to get clout
that's
on
insane.
Yeah. I just feel like, I'm sorry, and I was watching shit, and he was trying to like, no, bro, like, I understand.
What?
I'm like, bro him. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're gonna bro him right now. I'm like, the one that you should be reprimanding is the motherfucker next to you, not trying to say, nah, bro, that's bro code. Bro code, your life code. Like, what, like, no bro code bitch. Supersedes someone's safety?
100%, though. I genuinely think that, like, men will overlook pretty much anything that their homies do.
Anything.
Because they're their homies, and they know you deep down, or whatever the fuck the reason may be. I've noticed that men will always be understanding to the fuck-ups and fucking horrible things that men do.
Yeah. Literally.
Yep.
Because they probably do equally horrible shit too.
Yeah.
And in their brains are thinking about what the fuck they done, and they're trying to make themselves feel better too. I mean, oh, you're not that shitty, because they want to feel like, okay, I'm not that shitty either. But it's like, y'all
shitty shit that they do.
Yeah, and I just feel like, I'm sorry, why would you try to minimize that? Like, as a viewer, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's domestic violence.
It's domestic violence and it's abuse, and like, I understand, like, I guess you want fucking views and you want clout and you want all that shit, but just giving a platform to a pedophile that almost tried to like kill his ex and son is just insane to me. To give them a platform, you know, fucking insane. And I'm upset because he just constantly gives him a platform, and I honestly fear for like any future girls that come through his path. Like that is a genuine fear of mine, because I've talked about this before, I don't know, but he would talk to minors all the time, like underage girls, like 14, like 15. Like he genuinely, I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I genuinely think he groomed me, because I started talking to him when I was 17 years old. And I didn't know any better. I was in high school. He was 23, 18, 19, 20, 21.
What? You know what,
22, 23.
I love that you say that, because I have met so many people that are like 17, 18, 19, and they're talking to like 25, 26-year-olds, even like 23, like a 23-year-old around a fucking high school. What do you mean you're going to pick up your girl from school?
Dude, and you know what? What's crazy? The crazy thing was that he wasn't my boyfriend. We were just like messing around when I first met him. Other girls from my age, actually younger than me, would tell me that they did stuff with him too. So this man, like, literally, and then he would like hit on like friends of mine, younger friends of mine. Like, dude, this guy was a creep. But you know, I do get upset with myself because there was a lot of red flags that I ignored, but I can't get too upset at myself because I know that I went through some other forms of abuse when I was younger. And when you are in abuse, it's like a cycle. It's like a cycle. And 100%. What my therapist taught me was that I went through some stuff growing up that blinded me in situations to kind of survive. So I feel like going back with the toxic person, because I went back and I ignored red flags, I would just kind of blind myself. Because it was a cycle of abuse that I learned to do. I was like, kind of like, if I don't see it, it's not happening. So I can't be that upset at myself, because I know it was just my cycle of abuse that I was able to put up with. And
at the end of the day, like, you're the child there, you know, like you, because I feel like a lot of that is like, oh, you're 17, like you're grown, like, you know, you don't know. You don't know at 17, you don't know at 18, you don't even know at fucking 19. You don't know
that. Bitch, even at 21, I think how I used to think and act when I was 21, now that I'm about to be 27 this year, and I'm like, whoa, that is some questionable things.
And unfortunately at that age, it's literally when you're like, I fucking do know, bitch. You can't tell me because you think I don't know, but I'm grown and I do know.
And we don't know
like,
shit.
Girl, you don't.
I feel like I started to know things like when I was like 25, 26. And
your
like,
brain fully develops.
Dude, oh my God, talk about that. Do you guys remember, like, for me, it happened like when I turned 25, maybe like a couple months into being 25. I remember waking up one day and literally feeling like my brain hit 100 in like completion. Like I remember I felt it. Like I literally felt like it almost felt like stepping into like another like body almost, in a sense, where I woke up and I was like, wait a minute, I feel like a woman. I no longer feel like a child. This is weird. And then it literally immediately to my brain, it came to like that fact that your brain finishes developing when you're 25. And I was like, oh my God, did it finish developing? You know what?
I think that moment did happen to me when I finally left my ex, Travis's dad. I think when I was like, I'm fucking done. I think that's when I fully finished developing, because it was around 25 years old.
That's good.
Shout out to that frontal cortex.
So I met him when I was 17, but I didn't start dating him till I was like 19.
How did you guys even meet if he's so fucking old?
Oh my God. Unfortunately, we met through social media. I wasn't doing social media at the time, but he was just being a fucking pervert, and he was liking all my pictures. And I was a fucking 17-year-old.
Excited.
Who is this?
Older guy. Just because they have a car.
Literally.
Really.
He had a car. I was in high school, so it was my first guy with a job, with money, car, and I was like, wow, you know? But I mean, I hate the man, I really do, but I mean, I am grateful to have met him, because he taught me how to become a better, stronger person, and he gave me my son. And at the end of the day, like, I'm just happy that I have my son. And I love him so much. So
how old were you when you had your son?
It was a week before my 21st birthday.
Oh, okay. So, super young.
You didn't get to say, after.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm celebrating now.
Hey. Dude, so what are some, like, you know, I think we've all been in situations or know friends who have been in toxic relationships. What do you think were the first signs with your first with that lame ass motherfucker?
Bitch. I call him Voldemort.
With Voldemort, yeah,
because we don't say his name.
Yeah,
Voldemort.
Let's not say his fucking name. What do you think are like the first signs? You know, because I think your situation was so extreme.
It was very extreme.
But what were the first things? And now you look back and like, damn, I should have known better here. And again, not to blame you,
just so
but
maybe
just
somebody
say, like,
listening, you know, they could probably, if they're probably going through the same situation.
Yeah. One, we already talked about, like, if you are 17, baby girl, and he is 25, run, babes.
Yeah.
Run.
A healthy 25-year-old man is not going to be attracted to a
little girl.
No,
that is the biggest fucking
no matter
ick.
how gorgeous you are. He wants something about you and it's really not your looks, babe. He wants the purity.
Stop. I'm leaving. All grossed out. That and I feel like a big thing for me was once they cheat once, like it's really hard to kind of come back from that. And I feel like this man, I almost feel like I didn't really understand who I was with until I got pregnant with my son. I was maybe like 4-5 months pregnant. No, lies. I was like 2.5 months pregnant. It was like super fresh into my pregnancy. And I was about to announce my pregnancy, and a close friend of mine found out that I was pregnant, and she was like, hey, before you announce your pregnancy, I need to talk to you. And I was like, yeah, girl, what is it? And she starts telling me like, hey, Voldemort has been, and she was like way younger than me. She was like probably 15.
Oh, wow.
She was like 15, 14.
Stop.
And she was like, Voldemort has been sending me messages for like months now. He tells me that he loves me.
What?
And like they met up and they did stuff. And I was 2.5 months pregnant. And I feel like that was the very first time that I saw who he was as a person.
Wow.
And it was, I've never been like cheated like that in my life, and I was pregnant, so I was furious. And when I confronted him about it, he was like, no, it's not even like that. But she showed me all the messages. They would send pictures, her too, she would send him lingerie pics. So they were basically like together for like, I don't know, months.
Oh my god.
And we were in the same friend group, so she would come around a lot.
Oh my
she would come around a lot, and they had their secret thing. And later, she told me that he would go and like would go to her house, and they would do stuff, or he would go pick her up in the car.
She was
and
15.
Like, and I feel like, to me, now that I'm grown and I've gone through so much, I'm like, I can't believe that I forgave that. But I think the big problem too was that I thought I could change this man. I really thought that I was like, no, he loves me. He says he loves me. So he's going to stop all the bullshit because he loves me. And obviously the bullshit just kept going. Another time, dude, this is fucking disgusting. But one time he left his laptop open, or he did something. And this was after Travis had been born. Travis was like maybe 1.5. I went through his laptop, dude, the amount of nudes and porn and pictures from girls from all over town that I found on this man's laptop, and young girls too. It was insane to me. And I feel like that was another big moment in that fucking relationship that I was like, who the fuck is this person? And I kind of I feel like it gave me an insight into the male brain and how fucking filthy and dirty the male brain can get. And I was so grossed out. But like I said, he was like this great manipulator. So he actually got one of our close friends to talk me into taking him back. And the way he turned it into like, he's sick, he's dealing with it, but I'm going to make sure he deletes all of it. Like you're never going to see that again. And once again, I thought I could change this man, and I forgave him for that. But there was so many red flags. But I feel like, girls, once you see that one red flag, it doesn't even have to be a big one. Like he's talking to a girl, he's doing shit behind your back. Bye.
Yeah.
Because you can avoid so much. And like I said, I get so upset sometimes because I'm like, fuck, dude, I put up with so much. But again, I can't, because it was that fucking cycle of abuse that I got so used to.
That, and I just feel like women are loyal to the person that is obviously supposed to be, your protector. I feel like that's what I've noticed, like in my friends who forgive their cheaters, where it's like, no, but yeah, that's what I call them, bitch.
Cheaters. Yeah,
I'm never gonna forgive them. You can,
right.
Yeah.
But it's always that of like, yeah, but like he does so much for me, and he really loves me. So let me see if like things are gonna get better. Because what if I leave and then he does get better, and Always like,
yeah.
bitch,
Oh my God, that would
leave.
happen to me a lot. And I feel like literally just that. I would always think like things are gonna get better, or like, what if like I finally leave him and he's gonna become this great person and I'm not gonna be able to like see it through, and fuck, that shit sucks.
Yeah. And I think everyone wants that like love story of like we pushed through all the bullshit and look at us like strong.
And I honestly thought that's where I was heading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like too, because you had a baby, you're like, I want to save it from, I want this for my family. You don't come from a broken family, right? Your parents are still together. So to you, you're like, I don't want to create a broken home for my
I wanted
baby.
to keep that home. And he would use that a lot because, again, he was this great manipulator. So he would be like, oh, like, we can't separate because of the baby. Like, what are we going to teach him? Like, we have to stay with him. Like, we can't break up. Like, he would use that against me. And I love my son to death. So I would do anything for my son. So at the time, I thought that the best thing was to put up with the shit, because I didn't want my son to broke up with a broken home or to not see his dad.
Was he at least good to your son, you think?
He was good. I'm not going to lie. He was a good dad. He was a really good dad. But I feel like if he was that amazing dad, he would have cared enough for his son to not have done the many things he did. And the very last thing he did, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, you were a good dad when we were together, but that thing that you fucking did at the end.
Oh, no, that was crazy.
That was so crazy.
No, yeah, that was insane.
And I think in the interview, because some of my friends told me about it, I didn't watch it.
I'm like, I couldn't even listen to him bullshit. I'm like,
he said, I think he literally said that he did not point a gun at me and my son.
Yeah, he said that he only had one bullet in the chamber, and it was like meant for him or for the police to kill him.
So what's crazy to me, this is stuff I've never said.
Oh my God, guys, exclusive.
Yeah,
Thank you, though. Thanks for sharing.
A lot of this stuff I have never said out loud. Like a lot of this, whatever happened the last 20 minutes, I have never said.
Oh wow.
So this is like fresh content.
No, I don't want to laugh. This is not funny. I'm sorry.
Sorry, girl. I'm always gonna crack a joke. That's just me. Like,
no,
I can't.
that's me too. I feel like sometimes my trauma, I try to feel better by humor. That's just how
okay. As long as you're cool with it,
I don't give a fuck.
Some people can't.
A lot of this shit is funny, and
Okay,
like
so
now it's funny.
You're comfortable with it, because I know some people are like, what the fuck?
No, I'll laugh with you, babes.
Okay, good.
This shit's insane to me. But what was I gonna say?
You're
gonna say something that you've never said before.
The last time, like you said that it was.
Oh, okay. So he had said, my friends told me that he said he never pointed the gun at me and my son. But so I was hiding in a bedroom downstairs with my son, and we were like this, and I was hugging my son, and through the cameras, because I could watch through the living room cameras, I saw him walking towards the room, and I was like, fuck, he's coming. But I didn't know he had a gun. And then he started like banging on the door, and me and my son were in a closet. So I had the door like locked, and I was hugging my son, and he was on the door like trying to come in. He ended up breaking the door down, and he knew exactly that I was going to be in the closet. So he comes running to the closet. I just remember him like opening the door, and I just remember seeing his like bright red eyes just fucking like staring at me and my son. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
And I just immediately started like apologizing, because I was scared. So I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, whatever I did, I'm so sorry. Like, please don't do anything. Don't hurt us. And then he just like pulls out the gun, and he was just telling us like, he was like, let's go upstairs. And I was like, no. Like, I'm okay. And at this point, I pull out my phone. I call 911. And I was like, help. He's going to kill me. And the person on the phone, they were just like, we need your location. And he was just like pointing the gun, and he starts going like that. And he's like, you better not say anything. Like, don't say anything. And I just remember like on the phone crying. I was like, I can't say anything. He's going to kill me. And they're like, where is your location? And I was like, I can't say anything. And this is where he had the gun. And then he was like, hang up the phone. I hung up the phone, and I just remember kind of like crouching down. And then he was like, come upstairs now. And I was like, I can't. So he just starts like waving it from me to my son. And my son was crying. I didn't want him to see anything. He was like 3.
Oh my God.
I just kind of had him covered, and like he couldn't. I wanted him to see to this moment. I can't remember if my son could see or not, because I was just so focused on the fucking gun staring at us.
Yeah.
Just kept, and he was like, follow me now upstairs. And I was just like, 911 calls back. I answer, and I was again like, please help. And they were like, we need an address.
Don't they?
That's
You know how many times I called 911 and hung up, and they showed to my motherfucking house?
Right. So when I was 7 and put 3911, but y'all knew where it was at.
Dude,
Got in the shower real quick before they pulled up.
You don't know how upset upset I was in that moment, because in my head, I was still kind of thinking of everything, right? And I was like, I'm calling 911 because even if they can't, I can't say anything.
They'll be able to pull up.
They can pull up because they can track me. So I had the phone there for a long while. I was like, please fucking track me. But they just kept saying, give me an address. And I was like, I literally can't. Took my phone away, hung it up, put it in his pocket. And then he was just like, fucking come with me upstairs. And I just again kept begging, like, please don't hurt us, like anything. And he's just like, whatever.
Motherfucker.
So I ended up listening to him, and I ended up walking upstairs, and I think he went in front of me, but he still was like pointing the gun for us to go upstairs. So I'm going upstairs to my son. My son is like crying this time. I'm fucking crying. And this dumbass, I'm so glad, this fucking dumbass is going up the stairs. So the way that the house was is like the front door was right here, and upstairs you had to pass the front door, like barely pass it to go upstairs.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And we were walking this way to go upstairs. The front door was right here. I see because before all of that craziness happened, I knew something was up, and I knew he was in the house because I kept hearing noises. I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but can you come? So then as that was happening, that we were going upstairs, coincidentally, my dad got there at the perfect time. So in my head, I feel like I got the courage to run outside because I was like, my dad is there. My dad is going to help me.
Yeah.
So this dumbass goes in front of me and he starts fucking messing with the gun. He's like trying to put a bullet in the gun. I don't know what the fuck this idiot was doing, but he ends up dropping the bullet. And the way my head worked is like insane. He drops the bullet. My head immediately was like, fucking go, bitch, run. So he drops the bullet, and my head already predicted that he was gonna duck down to get it. The moment he ducked down, in chinga, I ran for my life out that door. And there's footage, the police all has the footage of me running out the door and this fucking dumbass running behind me with the gun. And then you can see it in the footage. You can hear me screaming, and this fucking dumbass points the gun at my dad because my dad ended up coming out, and I'm like, Dad, he has a gun. Like, let's go. Like, come on. This fucking dumbass continues to point the gun at my dad, continues to point the gun at me. Like, he's just pointing the gun at everybody at this fucking point.
But the fucking audacity to still go online and be like, no, that didn't happen.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Like, the way that you're telling me,
I'm getting so much adrenalit. Look,
Oh
I'm
my
shaking.
gosh.
Literally not
Just
at all
because
how he
I have
presented
not
that.
talked about this story in this much detail in so long. But it's just like insane to me, the fact that he literally went online and was like, I didn't do that. And I'm like, you pointed the gun at me, at Travis, and my dad.
And there's
like,
footage
and
to
don't
prove
you
it.
fucking forget that, because there's footage to prove it. And like the fact, I think he said too on there that I guess the police lied or something.
I didn't
I
watch
don't know.
that part. I stopped.
He said
like,
fucking something like that. At least that's what my friends told me. But like, the police are not gonna lie. There is reports, there is evidence, there's everything to state on there, and there's still fucking crazy ass people that will believe this man.
That's crazy.
That's
Those
crazy
are people,
to me.
again, people who are giving him a platform and are choosing to allow this man to give a false narrative to something that obviously he went to prison for. I'm sorry, police do lie, but for other cops. They're not gonna lie for a motherfucker who has a gun and there's video
Can't even
evidence.
fucking put a bullet in, like, stupid motherfucker.
Thank God he was
No,
a fucking
really.
dumb fucking idiot. And
Fucking idiot.
to that stupid ass also who gave him a platform, you should really
my
reconsider
gosh.
the voices that you want to amplify and think about the victims and survivors rather than people who are perpetrators of violence.
Yeah.
And choose to be pedophiles. So
That's
again,
crazy.
really think about who you align yourself with and choose to give voices to. Like, instead of people who have been through this shit and are surviving and are telling the story and creating, you know, a new life and moving forward.
Yeah.
You're just amplifying voices who've caused harm and are continuing to cause harm by lying.
And I feel like that person does not have my respect at all, because the fact that I don't understand how you could be so cold-hearted as to give somebody like that a platform and literally be like, well, they asked for it, so I'm gonna do it. Like, people are asking, like, literally that goes to show that they don't have a heart. Like, the fact that you're willing to do anything and everything for views, like, that to me goes to show the true person that you are. Like, that's not a good, honest hearted person. They're just in it for the fucking clout. They're in it for the money, but you know, God, Diosito knows who is in it for the right reasons, who isn't, and at the end they'll get their punishment. That's all I can say. I'm a true believer of God and that everything happens for a reason, and karma is a real motherfucking bitch, and she fucking literally comes. You cannot avoid karma.
No.
You literally cannot. So
But thank you for sharing, because I do think it's important, especially for like young women, like you guys had said, that are watching and are maybe in the same situation and really don't know how to get out, or don't even realize like, damn, this is happening to me.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like a lot of the times women, you know, because we're, you know, we're smarter, we're the superior gender, whatever. It's, you don't really want to believe like this is happening to me because I know better.
right.
You know, and it's hard, especially because I feel like when I was in a toxic situation, I always isolate myself. So there's no one to tell me like, you don't, like, you, like, I'm here for you and I can help you and whatever. Like, I feel like a lot of the times you need someone to tell you like, I need you to listen, and I need you to open your eyes because this is not okay.
Yeah. And it's hard. And I feel like when you're in abuse, in an abusive relationship, if you have not been in an abusive relationship, don't talk shit on it, because you will never fucking understand it.
100%.
There is a crazy cycle that we follow, and we continue to like follow, and it takes, like, the statistics will show it. It takes so long for a woman or man who are in abusive relationships to leave. It takes them seven times to actually fucking finally leave. And it's so frustrating, because a lot of people online will be like, well, she's the one that went back. Well, she's I'm like, bitch, you don't fucking understand it. You don't. So I literally can't stand people that trash on like
that was me. Like, that was me with my friends. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, here we fucking go again, blah, blah, blah. Until it happened to me, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I don't think I apologized to her, but I was like more empathetic. Obviously, you know, I had gone through it at that point, but it was just more of like that, it sucks. Like, that realization of like, fuck, like, this can and probably will happen to me if I don't really like get like situated right now. But I was more kind of understanding of all the times that I was so critical of my friends.
I think it is an eye-opener, because I always, like, I had a friend who used to get hit. Her boyfriend would hit her, and he was like substantially bigger than her, and I see her and I'm like, I can't believe that. And I would literally be like, why the fuck does she not leave? Like, and like you said, it's literally manipulation so deep rooted, you're blinded.
You're so
and sometimes you love them so much, you will excuse the behavior. Like, it genuinely is, you're like, I know he did that, but he actually really loves me, and like, this was a mistake. This is not definitive of who he is. But it's like, no, he's showing you the characteristics of who his person is, you know? And I like you said, seek help, you know? Don't if people don't get it, they don't get it.
Yeah. And I feel like unfortunately, even like with help, women and men, when they're in the abusive relationships, they still can't leave. As much as we would want to, we're like, dude, like, why are you being so stupid? Fucking leave. Like, come on. It does literally does nothing. It does nothing.
Yeah.
So
it makes me think about like when you're a child and you're, you know, we grew up in Latino households. I don't know about you guys, but my way of discipline was like with golpes and, you know, insultos and never no sorries, never no repair, you know, and you just kind of grow up in that dynamic, and that becomes a normal, like, golpe, grito, insulto, and then like the next day never happens, and you just love your parents regardless, you know, like, because they have good qualities, but obviously that's the way they were taught. So that's the way they raised you. And I kind of compare that to like being in an abusive relationship, right?
That's enlightening.
There's
right
the golpe, there's the grito,
example.
there's the insulto, and then, you know, you just learn to make up. Like, okay, like, it's
like kind of
let's move
ignore
forward.
it never
Let's move
happened.
forward. And if you think about it, there was many times as a kid where I remember feeling like rage and anger for whatever my parents put me through, and then it was like I would finish crying, and then I just like wipe my tears off, and it was like I would go numb. Like, okay, it didn't happen. Like, go eat dinner. Like, go, like, you know, wake up, you know, maybe not talk to my mom for 2 days or my dad, whatever, and then I'd be okay, like, okay, well, I'm fine now. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, if that happens to children, you know what I mean, and your conditioning is to be that way, why didn't you think it's gonna be any different in a relationship if you're being put through abuse, you know? So
that's such a good example. And like you said, at the end of the day, you still love your parents.
Exactly.
And you still go back because they're your parents.
Exactly.
That's literally that's such a good example. It's crazy.
Damn, that's real. Well, guys, like, you know, I appreciate that conversation. I think it's enlightening, and I think even for us to hear, like, it really helps build a perspective. And for viewers who maybe you guys have misinterpreted or misconceptions, of people who go through things realize like they're surviving through things and they're moving forward, and like don't be so critical because we don't know your full life story. Like you said, you know, I was watching your podcast, like you only see 10% of your life. Literally. You know? So it's just like you don't know what she's been through, what your friend's been through, your cousin, your mom, your grandma has been through that's made them this way. And sometimes we should have more compassion for people.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments going to be like, remember when Steph said she's going to cut off all her friends if they have a shitty boyfriend? But I'm talking about something completely different, y'all.
She's not talking about situationships.
No, yeah, I'm talking about that shit where it's like, come on. But I think in situations like that, like, it's really difficult. Especially because the lows are so fucking low, the highs feel even like a million times higher.
Yep, 100%.
So I feel like it's that with that chemical of like, oh shit, he treated me like shit. But look at how he's like.
And people forget, like, there's literally like a chemical reaction going on in your brain.
Yeah.
That's comparable to like crack, like a crack addiction. So it's like, it's not just like, oh, you know, this is the way we grew up. No, like our brains are literally releasing chemicals while these things are happening that are keeping us in these cycles. So it's like, why, you know, that's a big factor. Like it's like we're doing crack.
Yeah.
But get into therapy, baby.
Period.
And they'll open up your eyes real motherfucking big. And you're going to run out of there.
And we are sponsored by BetterHelp. If you guys, not even just trying to plug it, but literally a lot of people say that they don't want to go. Like they rather just do it online or at home. And we do have a code with BetterHelp. What is it? Is it
IN Besties? So BetterHelp, HELP.com/10%.
10% off.
I've actually used BetterHelp. I've talked about it in my videos too. So run to BetterHelp. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Besties, tell me, how is your social battery right now? Personally, I'm feeling drained. I'm literally on my last 3% of the day. I mean, it's really easy sometimes to ignore social battery, especially between work, traveling, family, friends. I mean, the list goes on. Besties, so tell me, what's the right amount of socializing for you? Do you thrive around certain people? Do you thrive away from certain people? Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. Personally, for me, therapy has been incredibly helpful. It's taught me to really be the best version of myself by making sure I implement positive coping skills, such as breathing. I mean, it sounds so simple, but literally taking a deep breath, do it with me. And thinking before I'm speaking has really made the most positive impact in my life. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/IENBesties today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/IENBesties.
And I think before we close off, did you guys watch the Ryan Garcia fight?
Yes.
He's sexy.
There's a lot of controversy going on him, but that man is fine.
He is.
Like little
He's
boy,
sexy.
but like he has like a young face, you know, like cute. He, like,
How old is he? Like 25?
No, he has like a really defined jawline.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think he looks like a kid.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I think he looks youthful, but I wouldn't say like a
I think
child.
to me he's cute, but he's sexy, you know, like cute and sexy.
And when he was like, I know y'all hate on me because I'm cute and shit.
Yeah. Because I got a pretty face.
Yeah, period.
And then he starts rambling about, y'all think I'm crazy that like doing this for the children, which I think that is a serious matter. But es punto de aparte, you know. And then he's like, at the end, like he like took his shit back. He was like, you know, I just have ADHD. I just be saying whatever. And I'm just like, bruh, this man,
That was funny.
stand up,
He
bitch.
trolled the internet.
ADHD.
No, dude, but that's crazy though.
I'm glad he won.
Yeah,
even though is he going through psychosis? Is that going? You know, his shit he be posting like is that psychosis?
No, I guess it was just like a giant prank.
No, I don't
That's what
think
he said.
so.
That's what the Illuminati
That's what they're
wants you to
making.
think.
I feel like that's what they're making.
So
I really do. I'm
I
such a
do.
conspiracy person. I'm like,
Me
he
too.
knows what he's fucking talking about.
Me too.
And they're painting him to be crazy because what he's saying is
they're like, shut up
conflicting.
and fucking say
Dude,
that was a prank.
100% true.
I truly believe that. I don't fucking care. I think all the elites are in it.
Yeah, no,
Jeff
I 100%
Epstein didn't
believe
fucking
that.
get killed for nothing.
Oh, I hate that.
What are you talking about? He killed himself.
Oh, allegedly. What's he gonna do? Sue me? Come back, bitch.
You know, I didn't want.
Oh shit!
You know what? Come back and let's have a sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, boo.
I didn't watch the fight, but I saw the picture of like the end, and I was like, "Damn, that looks badass."
He was like,
I was like, "Okay, bitch."
he was giving a man right there. His tattoos, I felt like they
giving
roared,
man energy.
like from Shrek to the roar.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to Ryan Garcia for
Shout out for doing it for the people.
Yes,
And for
come
the
hang out with
children.
us whenever you want.
Let us know. Fuck it. Well, we whatever you ate, shrooms, edibles,
whatever you want.
That motherfucker likes to party. Did you guys see that he was at a club in New York the night before? Like literally out drinking like.
Ryan Garcia, my friend's single and she likes to party.
People posted receipts. Literally, I was like, the day before the fight, you didn't go home and rest, get a good night's sleep, and you still beat his ass. And then he was saying in the microphone after too, like, he mentioned a club. He's like, go to, I forgot the name of the club. I was like,
some shit in
I was
Miami,
like, what? Yeah, no,
they probably paid him
They're in
big
New York.
bucks for saying that.
Yeah, and I was like,
another 12 mil,
dude.
But I just feel like when you got the talent, like you just got it. I wish I was like the fucking best at something. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that. Yeah, there's nothing bringing you down from that ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm the fucking best at this shit right now.
Hey, you're the best you.
Yeah.
Gay.
Oh my god! Stop it.
I can't.
Not even that bitch. Not just That was sweet. That was
never
sweet.
be
Thank
another
you.
you.
Enough of you.
Anyways,
I'm like, that's my birthday month. Relax. Just kidding. But thank you so much, Yoatzi, for joining us.
you
We
for
really
having me,
appreciate
besties.
it. Yeah, no, you're so sweet, and I
glad.
really enjoyed this conversation. A lot of enlightenment, a lot of laughs, and we hope to continue connecting. Go ahead and plug your shit.
Yoatzi on everywhere: YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat. Yoatzi. That's
And your guys' pod, right? You guys are coming back
Pretty
season
Not
2?
Smart. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
come back with season 2. I don't have a date yet. Please don't come for me. Everybody always comes for me, but hopefully coming soon.
You know
That's
what? Before we go,
exciting.
I wanted to ask, why'd you guys pick that name?
Pretty Not Smart.
Yeah.
Because we're pretty not smart.
No.
No, genuinely, because I feel like me and Louis, we're both fucking airheads, right? We're like literally we're dumb. And like I feel like we've always just grown up being like really big airheads in the family. And as a joke, Louis would always say like, "Sorry, I'm pretty." Like he would do something stupid. Like,
I
"Sorry,
do.
I'm
I
pretty."
like watching his videos. I remember him saying that a lot.
Yeah, so it caught on, and I would say to him, like, "Fucking sorry, I'm pretty." Like that's
I
that's
love
just what
that.
it is. And then when me and Louis were coming up with titles, we were trying to figure something that we already would say a lot, or something that it was like a catchphrase or
love
something.
that.
And I was like, "Oh my god, dude, what about Sorry, I'm Pretty?" So it was gonna be called Sorry, I'm Pretty. But then we were like, no, it needs like something else. And I think we both just were like, Pretty Not Smart. Oh my god, Pretty Not Smart. Like
perfect.
I love it. It's super cute.
Yeah,
really good.
Pretty Not Smart.
I love it. And I love your
Thank
guys'
you.
setup too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
We're changing
cute.
the setup, guys.
Oh, she thought don't get comfortable with it.
So I'm nervous. I hope it comes out the way we're picturing it. And
Well, if it's anything like the first one, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's
thank
gonna be
you.
better,
I'm so
spectacular.
excited.
Well, I'm excited
So,
for you guys.
We'll be waiting to tune into Pretty Not Smart.
Yeah, and hopefully
Yeah.
we can get the besties in Pretty Not
Stop
Smart.
playing.
Hey,
That
y'all
would
heard
be
it
a
here
vibe.
first. Tiger.
Somebody clip this. Somebody
We're
clip
the
this.
besties. That'd be cute.
Hey, we're in the comments Tuesday. Hey, remember us?
Like, so no invite or what?
Damn, loving the new setup.
Like, oh my god, I remember you told us.
When can we go see it?
Like, when can we come?
We're all at the window.
Like, hello. Yeah, but thank you guys again so much for having me. I really enjoyed it, and you guys are very welcoming. And I mean, I felt comfortable enough to share my life story. So
No, thank
loved
you.
it.
Thank you again for like being vulnerable. I feel like that takes a
Yes.
lot. So I really appreciate that.
of
You didn't have
course.
to, but we appreciate
Yeah.
you being down to.
Thank you. And now we party together.
Yeah, we're going. Meet us at Downtown Experiment in Riverside.
Hey, y'all heard it here first.
I'm actually
We're about to be there. So yeah.
Alright, well, you guys can find me on All Things ISIS on Instagram, TikTok.
And you can find me at Steph's Got Milk on TikTok and Instagram.
And you can find me at bloomingvc.vic.
Thank you, besties. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with your favorite people. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next week. Bye.